And you can now hear me. Marvellous. You couldn't hear me for the first few minutes there. I was telling you all about the party rings I'm eating and you couldn't hear me. I mean, nobody was watching at that point. So I suppose it's fine. Anyway, hello. How are we? How is everybody? Apparently we have one viewer, which is one more than I expected. I had to move the... I had to move the live stream. Well, I didn't have to move the live stream. I moved the live stream from yesterday to today because I ended up agreeing to do a little overtime shift this morning in work. Just like a little 4-hour shift. So I thought I'd rather do the live stream today rather than do it on the Saturday night knowing that I was going to have to be up to be in work this morning, if you know what I mean. I mean, I have to be up to be in work tomorrow as well, but like... But we're starting earlier, so it won't like affect my bedtime as well. You know what? It's fine. You don't need an explanation. Should we get into the game? Welsh friend is here. Hello, Welsh friend. Where's Fred? I don't know. I don't know, Welsh friend. He's abandoned us. But you're my number one fan since you're the only one who's turned up, so you know. That's grand. Yes, but I was saying, I don't know how many people will turn up because I've confused the issue by moving the live stream, and often when I do that we don't get as many viewers. Although I have to be honest, recently in the past few weeks we've not been getting that many anyway. So it's fine. I think, you know, it's summer, people probably aren't going to want to be in watching live streams, are they? That's alright. Anyway, I've got the game open and everything because what food are you stuffing in your gob now, asks Welsh friend. Well, Welsh friend, I've got a pack of party rings and I've almost eaten all of them. They were reduced to 62 pence. And Fred is here. Hello, Fred. You're my number 2 fan, Fred, because you turned up second. You've been knocked off the top spot, my love. Yeah, I've got a pack of party rings. Because, yes, they were reduced to 92 pence in the shop. So I had a nice healthy salad before I started the live stream, though. And now I'm eating party rings. They're just so eatable, aren't they? And they're dangerous because they're one of those where, like, you can eat an entire pack and then you just think, I could eat more. You know? They don't make you feel sick. They're just really, like, light and just, oh, so lovely. Oh, hello, Titwello. You're looking sexy, my lass. Right. Oh, I remembered. I've got my defaced Moonman helmet, which was my that was my Gorgon hair hat, wasn't it? And I took it off. I can't remember why I took it off. It was because we went to Byzantium. I think it was because we went to Byzantium, and I didn't think it was Byzantium appropriate material. Attire. But I reckon we can put it back on now. There we go. That's better, isn't it? That's a much better helmet to go battle marauders with. Lovely. Also, I'm going to repair all of my equipment. Make you more hungry because of the massive amounts of sugar rising on top. I know, Welsh friend. I know. It's just bad life choices all around, really, isn't it? Isn't it? I just... honestly, I should know better by now. You know, I've lost half a stone. Do not ask me how. Actually, to be fair, like, during the actual week, I know during the live streams I'm always stuffing my face with something, but during the week I'm actually not that bad. I'm actually quite good during the week. And I find that when it's hot, I kind of lose my appetite. I sort of stop having proper meals when it's hot, I find. I mostly just have like a sandwich and then I'm fine. I don't have like a lot of food. Anyway. Should we crack on? So, last time, we broke into this place because we need to override authorization, apparently. And they've spelled authorization with a Z, which is slightly triggering me. But yeah. Anybody remember what we're doing? I don't know what we're doing. Head to the chem lab on Gorgon. Find a way to send the override authorization signal. Yes, because we need to get into somewhere else. That's right. we need to override the thing to open up another thing to get into the place where we need to be so that we can find the mysterious person. That's what we need to do. And then we also need to go to human inquiry and auditing, and we need to override another thing there as well. And then we can get into the final place and do whatever it is we're gonna do there. Great. Sorted? Everybody up to speed? Excellent. Right. Oh dear. Right, okay, so. Got little heads in here. I'm assuming there's going to be marauders, because it's a Gorgon and there's always marauders. Well, there's Marauder Grogshot, but it's a dead marauder. Oh, there's a robot, but it's a dead robot. Oh, there's something bigger and scarier been through here already. Oh, I feel like something bigger and scarier has been through here already. It's a very pretty cavern, though. Look at this. This is quite cool. That's another dead marauder. That's another dead robot. This is making me nervous. This is making me more nervous than if there was alive people shooting at me. I'm comfortable with the live people shooting at me. I'm not comfortable with dead people not shooting at me. I mean, I suppose I would be most uncomfortable if there were dead people shooting at me. I feel like that would be like the worst case scenario. You know, I haven't made the live stream highlights for last week's live stream yet. I had an extra day to do it and I haven't done it. Like, what the hell? Oh, this is a bit... And I had 3 days off work last week. I'm a disgrace, aren't I? Only you. What does that say underneath? Only you can protect fourth quarter profits. Okay, but from a distance, when it just says only you, and then it's leading down a creepy corridor, that's a bit sinister. But, you know. Yeah, so I'm going to have to do 2 lots of live stream highlights next week. Because I got distracted by Wimbledon. That's what it is. I have written quite a lot of fan fiction though this week, and I've done quite a lot of work on the Mass Effect series that will start going up. I'm up to New Year's Eve. Yes. So the Mass Effect series that I'm currently recording is going to start going up on the 1st of October, which is a Wednesday, and then it's going to go up weekly on Wednesdays after that, right? And I have enough episodes ready at the minute to get us up to New Year's Eve. So, from October to New Year's Eve, at least, you're going to have weekly Magpie, regardless of what else happens. This looks... Why am I scared to step through here? This looks so sinister. Oh, it's a conveyor belt with a nice leather bag on it. I love bags like that. Proper old leather ones with buckles. And another cool leather bag. And a slightly boring toolkit. Okay. Alright, all the sparking things. Oh dear. And there's a what's it that I can't interact with. And there's more dead things. Okay, I am suspicious about the amount of dead things. This is making me very uncomfortable. That's the exit, which is definitely not where I'm supposed to be going. Chem lab, upper exterior. No. There is nothing more unnerving in a video game than walking into a place and finding that all the enemies have already been killed. That is like proper creepy as shit, that. There's nothing worse, is there, than walking through a level and not getting attacked. Isn't that the worst thing in a video game? Like, that just like sets all of your senses tingling. There's a mission in Elite Force 2. Star Trek game, Elite Force 2. And there's these enemies, I can't remember what they're called, but they like burst out of the walls on you, and they're really creepy. But the very first level that you encounter them, the mission is like split into different levels. This is back in the days when games had lots of loading times, you know. And for the first level in the mission, nothing attacks you. And it is the creepiest shit in the world, because you keep they keep popping up on your radar and then disappearing. And then, like, you'll see, there's one bit where you come up a corridor and you can see, like, this tail hanging down, but the moment you move forward, it disappears. And there's another point where one, like, darts across the corridor in front of you or something like that. But for the entire level, nothing attacks you. And it is the creepiest shit. Like, it's such a relief, because you get to the end of that. And then you jump into, like, the next bit. And you get attacked by a whole bunch of them, like, they just swarm you. And it's such a relief, honestly, to finally get attacked by them. Because it's just like, oh, I can deal with it. I can't deal with not being attacked. That's creepy as shit. Oh. Right. Right. Living Legends? Yes, it is Living Legends I have been working on, Frederick. I've also been planning, because like Living Legends was actually meant to be the third in a trilogy, but I haven't written the first two yet. And it's funny because I've got the first two planned, and then I'll be writing things in Living Legends, and I'm referencing stuff which like nobody's read yet because I haven't written it. But so I have been like planning to write those two as well, and I'm gonna start putting them up on Archive of Our Own, I think, because at the minute they're just up on FFN, and I feel like, because I've got an Archive of Our Own account, I just never use it. I feel like if I start like uploading chapters, because I've got what, 34 chapters ready, which are all on FFN at the minute. But if I start uploading them on Archive of Our Own like weekly, because I don't just want to just drop 34 chapters, I think that would be a bit much for most people. But I'll start doing it weekly, and I can maybe like proofread them and make them a bit better. Because some of them, I feel like I rushed them to get them published, and they weren't like as good as they could be. Right, should we read this terminal? Urgent notification. The urgent notification brought to you by Space's Choice Automated Subversive Behaviour Notification System. Please be informed that one or more of the following high priority conditions are likely to be active in your office or workplace. 1. Escaped primals. 2. Unlawful dissection of subversive cultural material. 3. Extended and unauthorised breaks. We've already read this, haven't we? Have I already been in here? Is that why everybody's dead? Have I killed them all? Or did I read that on another terminal? I think, because I'm sure this is a different entrance. I think I might have just read it on a different terminal. Okay. Yeah. So... Writing the third part of a trilogy first is 100% Magpie. I know, right? I know. And you know what? I've got such a huge chunk of the first one written as well. But then, there are certain elements of it I could never quite figure out, like how the story's meant to fit together. So I didn't want to start publishing it, because I was like, I don't really know where it's going. And then I just, when I was planning, like, the next ones, I just randomly started writing the third one, and I was like, oh, this shit's really good, actually. So I just spontaneously started posting that, without having any clear idea of where the story was going. I was like, what the fuck, man? And then it got, like, loads of followers, and I was like, oh shit, I kind of got to stick with it now. It is my favourite of the three, though. I love Living Legends. Living Legends is becoming, like, my life's work. I know I haven't updated it in ages, but, like, I am thinking about it all the time. And writing, like, bits of it and things that are going to happen in the future and planning the different bits that are all coming together and stuff. Like, genuinely, like, so much of my general life is spent thinking about Living Legends. Yeah, because this is the way I came in. Because we just came in through, like, the entrance, didn't we? Well, obviously we came in through the entrance, you know what I mean? We came in through here, I'm sure, like... Well, this is a store cupboard. Hang on, that's a dead scientist. I read this, Dr. Lowe. I'm afraid I don't know where your research notes are. I searched materials processing and discreetly asked the receptionist, but nothing turned up. If I had to guess, you left them in the basement laboratory. I'd venture down there myself, but you know how I feel about primals. I apologise for the weakness of my constitution. So if your research notes do turn up in the basement, may I ask you to think favourably on me when OCI asks you for a budget review? Word around the lab is that Goodfellow and the other leaders at the OCI want to make some deep cuts in our staff. If there's any truth to this rumour, I hope you'll remember that I've always supported your desire to find a better, safer version of AT. Which would be Adrena time, which is the thing that's turning everybody into marauders, in case you need reminding about what the actual storyline is, because we seem to not be, you know, paying it too much attention. But, I mean, we've read some... I don't... We came in through here, didn't we? Oh, I'm so confused. Maybe we didn't come in through here, because there doesn't seem to be a door. But I thought, did we not come from, like... What? Oh, I'm confused. Okay. Okay. Every time you post a new chapter of Living Legends, you get reviews to the effect of yay, new chapters. Yeah, I know. I get, like, really, really good reviews as well. Like, people who really, like, care about the characters and stuff. And And I feel bad, but you know, I want it to be good. Like, I feel like, because when I sort of stopped writing it, I think the version of the chapters that I would have written at that time would not have been as good as the version of them that I'm writing now, if you see what I mean. The story has evolved in my head a bit as life has gone on. And I think the version of the story that I would have told back then isn't as good as the version of the story I'm now going to go on to tell, if you see what I mean. I feel like, you know, I've matured a bit as a person, and you know, I think ultimately it's going to be better for it in the end. I will finish it. It is going to get finished. Like, I have written so much of it. We're going to get to a point where there's like what's it? Like a tipping point. Because I've got so much of the future bits of it written. Scorpio, get off my desk. Now is not the time. I've got like so much of it written that I just need to like connect the dots a little bit, and we're going to get to a tipping point where like there's been nothing for ages and ages, and then all of a sudden I'm going to have like 50 chapters to upload. So you know, I am going to finish it. Sorry, Scorpio, I literally just chucked him off my desk there. It's too hot, Scorpio. I can't have you near me, not in a heat wave. You jumped up on my bed last night and I was like, no, piss off. I'm like, no, you're a little heater. You could like, no, I'm not having it. Anyway. Fred's not jealous of my reviews. I have to say, Fred, I think mostly I get good reviews because there's a lot of Shepard and Liara sex in there. I mean, really a lot. Like, they are having sex so much in that story. Not graphic sex. I do a nice, like, I kind of fade out before we get to, like, you know, the actual logistical stuff. But, you know... There's a lot of like flirting and stuff goes on between them. I think that gets me quite a lot of good reviews. That's how I sort of bait people and get them in. That's a primal. Hello. You're a primal blight, apparently. Well, would you like a hammer to the head? Oh, you're a primal contagion. Maybe you should both have hammers to the head. Oh, actually, I've got my wrong hammer out. This is Olympia. Olympia is my robot bopping hammer. We need Ruby Mark III. Who is my everything else bopping hammer. There we go. To be fair, I think Ruby Mark III does so much more damage than what Olympia does. Even against robots, she would probably be better. But I feel really bad. Like, I don't feel like I can abandon Olympia. Because, oh, there's a resident who got buried under some rocks. That's lovely. I feel like if I abandon Olympia now, like... that'll just prove that I'm just a terrible, terrible hammer owner, and I have no real loyalty to any of my hammers, and then any future hammers will always be like judging me and wondering if I'm about to, like, you know, just abandon them like I've abandoned all my previous hammers, and then, you know, maybe they won't be as loyal to me. Scorpio, stop chewing that. Oi, look at me. Oi. You're just annoyed that I threw you off the desk, aren't you? Now you're going to destroy my property. Here, do you want to chase this? Chase that. Attaboy. Right. Right. Okay. Oh. Which way did we come from? I think we came from that way. Came from this way. Okay, so they were keeping primals down here, which is interesting. And presumably the primals got out, because I doubt they would have... Oh, they've got fairy lights!
By now, these lab coats would have learned not to mess with these beasts. It never ends well.
I think by now the entire colony would have just given up on the concept of science, because it never seems to end well. They've got fairy lights! Oh, that's so cute. This looks like something that I would create in Planet Zoo, doesn't it? Little underground cabin. Right. Okay. Oh, there's some more primals. Primals aren't very scary. Go inside. Ooh. That's a big mechanical thing that's quite sexy and cool. That looks like something from Beauty and the Beast, doesn't it? Where they all get turned into, like, teapots and things like that. That totally looks like something that... God, where does my brain go? I see that and my brain goes, Beauty and the Beast. What the fuck? Even I don't understand my thought processes, you know. Right, okay. Hello, guys. There's a lot of explosive barrels around here, I've just noticed. That would be useful if I was a gun user, but I'm not a gun user. I'm a hammer user. Okay. And, oh, actually, there's quite a lot of primals. There's more primals than I realised that there was, actually. That's quite a lot of the old primals we've got going on here, but this is fine. That's quite a big primal, and Nyoka's kind of quite dead, which is unfortunate. And I'm gonna just, you know, heal myself and then die. Well, oh, we're all the way back here. Are you having a friggin' laugh, game? Christ, oh bloody mighty. Let's get Ruby Milk 3 out. There we go. And then drop a quick save. There we go. Actually, I don't need to drop a quick save here because I've obviously got a quick save because this is where I just loaded. Yeah, it's fine. Right, okay. So, we'll take care of these two again. Hello! Whee! Go! I forgot I was playing the DLC, and the DLC's a bit tougher. Oh, he burrowed away, did he? Where did he burrow away to? You came up in exactly the same place that you burrowed away from. Well, that was a bit rubbish. The Mass Effect series that I'm recording, I'm playing it on Insanity, so that's fun. I think I die approximately 4 times per episode. It's quite entertaining.
What was Mr. Lowe doing with all these primals?
Experimenting, I imagine, Parvati. Right, so... Okay. You go. Get the little ones down nice and quick, and then we can worry about the bigger ones. And let's do a little heal. Burrow away from me. Oh dear. Right. And then we do another quick heal, because we are definitely totally about to die. Yeah. Okay. How much healing do we have? I feel like maybe not enough. Yeah. Alright.
I can't see!
Well, Parvati just yell I can't see at the end there. Like, well, you know what, Parvati? I'm fucking dead. I feel like I have bigger problems. Oh. Okay. I have another party ring. I feel like if anything will help this situation, it's the eating of party rings. I wonder if we could do the Dragon Age Origins tactic of luring them away one at a time, so you don't have to fight them all at once. If I can get just far enough in for one of them to notice me. Come on, notice me. Notice me. Notice me. Well, you've noticed me. Come on then, come and attack. Come on. Oh, he's very slow, bless him. Come on. Attaboy. Oh, then they all just notice me, do they? Well, that's no fun at all. But if we keep running away, maybe just a few of them will follow us. Or not. I mean, to be fair. Oh shit, they're all quite big. Oh heck, oh blimey. Okay. Alright, calm down. Calm down, I'm gonna do a double heal. Okay, I mean, I feel like it's sort of worked. I feel like we've dragged, yeah, we've dragged like 2 away. And then I've knocked it, oh god, I need healing. Oh, it's so annoying because the type of damage that they do is like... and then I died anyway. Yeah, it's because the type of damage that they do like drains your health. Well... Okay. Take two? Take like 4 or something, did it? Right. We probably don't even need to come this way, you know.
With all these primals?
Do we need to come this way? We might need to come this way. Okay. I feel like that almost worked, right? So, we'll just go stand out here. Hello! Guys! 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 You can see me, right? Guys, you can see me. You can, yeah, we go. Right, and then we run. We run. We keep running. We let those two take out as many as they can take out. I mean, it sounds like it's not going great. I feel like I've just slightly abandoned them. And Nyoka's dead. And Varty's dead. And Nyoka's back alive. Ow! I was staying out of the fighting. I wasn't doing anything. I didn't attack you at all. Now they're all coming for me. Okay. Okay. Right. This is possible. This is karma for abandoning my team. Oh dear. I feel like I feel like this is not entirely gone to plan. Maybe if I just keep running and healing, everything will work out. Will everything work out if I keep running and healing? I don't know how much healing I've got, to be honest. I mean, how many have we taken out? Have we taken out any at all? I've got Nyoka back up to full health with my manic healing, so that's cool. Right, hey you! Oh shit! Right, okay, everything's fine, everything's fine, everything's fine, everything is fine. Oh shit, everything is maybe not quite, oh fucking hell. How many fucking bloody freaking primals actually are there? Like, seriously, how many? Hi, hello, yes, you're very pretty, very beautiful. Oh shit. Oh man. We are still on like normal, yeah. Should we maybe put it down to like story mode? Should we do? I feel like story mode. Yeah, we'll do that. Story mode's fine. That's alright. It's no shame in story mode, is there? If we die on story mode now, that would be very embarrassing. We are actually on. No, we're still on normal. There we go. Do I have to like apply it or something? Or will it now be on story mode? Are you now on story mode? You're on story mode, right? That's fine. I mean, it's fine. We can handle story mode, right? We can handle story mode.
What was Mr. Lowe doing with all these primals?
Pavati, you've asked me that like 5 times now. I do not know. Right. So. Okay. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. This is fine. This is fine. Okay. Hi. Hi. Whee! Oh, there we go. Now they just die when we hit them. That's fine. That's what happens on story mode. Okay, and they... Oh, look, they're not doing any damage to us at all. Ha 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 ha! Look at me being powerful. Look at me being awesome. Look at me being tanky Titwillow. Story mode Titwillow. Where are you? Where have you gone? Where have you gone? Oh my god, I'm actually still dying. Right. There we go. And down you go. And we'll do another little heal. Because if I die on story mode, I feel like I can't come back from that. I feel like that's too embarrassing. Oh, we did it! Hey, look at us! We did it! See how cool I am? That was the first attempt there. Yes. Slaughtered them. Slaughtered them. Pavati, don't walk through the pools of acid. Like how I love. That's ruining our image. Right. So, I'm heading further in here. I didn't think this cave system would be this large. I just sort of went into it because it was a cave system and it looked cool. I thought we were going to have to go through like the building bit. Apparently not. This is a lot of dead things. I mean, it must be primals that killed them all. Because the primals are the only alive things. I don't know how they could possibly have been killed by primals. I mean, the primals didn't give me any trouble, obviously. But, you know, I am Titwillow and I'm awesome. Oh, now we've got robots. Interesting. Should we put it back up to normal difficulty? I don't want to be on story mode for, like, the whole time. Hello!
Here they come!
Only some damage to you at all. Maybe I've kept it on story mode. No, it's fine! It's everything's done. Right. So. There you go. And then Nyoka's dying. Well, that's just no use to me at all, Nyoka. I'm hardly having you going around dying every 5 minutes. Oh, you've got your sexy scythe that I gave you. Oh, you look very cool with that, my darling. Very cool. There's a combat drone which has somehow completely not noticed all the firing that was going on. What were you doing in this corner? What were you doing hiding in this corner? It's a very strange corner to be hiding in. Right, and I can see more things over there. Oh, and that's where I'm supposed to be, is it?
Mr. Lowe was awfully messy, wasn't he?
Well, yeah, maybe a little bit. Right. Oh, there's green goop. Oh, I don't like green goop. Oh, green goop's not an indicator of good, happy
Night
things.
falls on Gorgon. Though I suppose it's always dark here in the void. The lab is empty, and I am at last alone. I'm preoccupied with thoughts of the single-celled xenocytes that make their home here on this rock. These primordial creatures persist despite the hostility of their surroundings. No, they require adversity to thrive. Perhaps that's why our bodies react to theirs. There is a harmony in us. The law didn't craft us for the void, yet we scrabble across its cold worlds, building, persisting, as the xenocytes do. We live. Against all odds, we live. But for how long?
Okay. So Olivia Ambrose was having some kind of existential crisis. Fabulous.
You survived. You're remarkably intent on scuttling my every plan to end you. How inconsiderate. Especially after I've gone to so much effort to see Gorgon rest in peace. Why did you insist on waking it up?
At this point, I'm just in it to spite you.
But Gorgon's been a ruin for years and years. You think they've been here the whole time?
To be fair, if you wanted people to stop coming to Gorgon, trying to figure out what's going on Gorgon, you shouldn't have made it a big mystery. Like, seriously, doing the whole mysterious voice thing is just making me want to find out even more. You should have just told everybody exactly what happened. And then everybody would be like, oh, that's what happened. You know, it's only exciting because it's a mystery. Right. Override synthetics and manufacturing center lockdown. Yay. Now we have to... Ooh, hello.
Since we've been traveling together, we've visited a lot of places that set my teeth on edge. This here makes my skin crawl.
I've seen negligence and greed and incompetence run rampant over this colony. But this was evil.
Okay, so something went very wrong about what I'd expect from the Spacer's Choice operation. I'm sure no one meant this to happen. You remember the guy who was running it, right? Okay, something went very wrong.
Very wrong? Try unmitigated disaster, Captain. Spacer's Choice put their best and brightest on a problem, and this is how it ended up. Says a lot about the colony's prospects.
Okay, they were pushed to do the impossible by people who weren't accountable. This is Spacer's Choice's best and brightest we're talking about. That's where we did start this way. Spacer's a wreck. Who cares how it happened? Yeah, they were pushed to do the impossible by people who weren't accountable.
Starting to think nobody's accountable in this void-forsaken system. No wonder Minnie's trying to clear her name. This kind of disaster's liable to stain a family for generations.
That's why we're helping her. As long as she shows her gratitude in bits. Let's get the Journal before we jump to conclusions. Let's see what else this investigation digs up. That's why we're helping her. My future wife. One of my future wives. Right, okay. I've got 5 at the minute. I've got 5 future wives. I need a 6th one, so that then I can be like Henry VIII. I have 6 wives. Only I'm going to have them all simultaneously, and I'm probably not going to chop anybody's head off. Right, so... Scorpio, what are you doing? Scorpio, no, stop it. What are you doing? Oh, Scorpio, why? Why, Scorpio? Why do you insist on destroying things? Because you're a puddy and you can do whatever you feel like. Okay, fair enough. Right, so that's a research terminal. I don't know why we're going to a research terminal, but apparently we're going to a research terminal. Also, apparently there's an enemy around here somewhere. Is it above me or below me? I can also hear primals. Oh, hello.
Big mistake.
That was kind of sexy. And whee! There we go. I knew you'd fall over eventually. Right. So.
About damn time. I need a beer and a shower. Maybe at the same time.
Oh, so this is the way out. I feel like there was more that we haven't explored, though. Is there not more that we haven't explored? There was like a whole building-y bit, right? 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 Is there not like a whole building-y bit that we didn't explore? I mean, that's security. Have we been down here? That's a lift. Where's the lift taking us? Okay. Interesting. What's the workbench? Where the fuck are we? I feel like all password protection has been disabled by order of Lawrence Goodfellow. Privacy is a privilege and must be earned. Okay. Okay. Oh, messages to read. Oh, I can't bother reading messages. Dr. Lowe, I'm going to have to take the researcher's side on this one. Your absence during an emergency is conspicuous. I don't want to report you because I don't want corporate auditors scheduling interviews with the entire staff while they're trying to meet deadlines. Presumably that's meant to be. The unplanned sabotage event already halted experimentation and development. We're trying to get our operations running again and we could use all the help we can get. I'm already down to 1 staff member. St. Germain's gone, you know why. You owe this team an explanation to any number of grievances. Your absence is the most urgent one, but I'll take an explanation as to why there are primals being held in the caverns near our waste disposal site. They're your primals, aren't they? Okay. No, I can't explain the primals. Primals defy explanation. They are a miracle of evolutionary adaptation and a treasure trove of interesting genetic material. I'm not going to explain my alleged absence either. This is because I am not absent at all. My presence is implicit in the work of my researchers. The researchers still employed in this department are skilled and more than capable of repairing any damage done by the alleged saboteur. Please don't bother me again with trivial problems. You are the security chief. Stick to securing things, including but not limited to the safety of the lab and my privacy. Warm regards and pleasant felicitations, Dr. Jasper Lowe. And Dr. Lowe, I've just finished filing my official report on the unplanned sabotage event. Oh, you know, as opposed to the planned sabotage events. Unfortunately, filing a report on a sabotage event requires me to also include a list of captured, apprehended, and neutralized saboteurs. Company policy: no list means I'm getting arrested for dereliction of duty, and you're getting penalized for hiring me. Saboteurs is plural. I can't include Mr. St. Germain's name and be done with it. As a last resort, I've been forced to include the names of all former employees whose contracts have recently terminated in the decimation. These researchers are no longer part of Project Gorgon and will likely not survive without a job, so I may as well use their names to save our jobs. I filed my report last night and haven't been able to sleep since. This is to let you know that I will be filing for a transfer at the end of the next cycle. Okay. So we know that there was sabotage. We don't know who sabotaged. We just know there was sabotage. I'm gonna guess it was Olivia. I mean, I can't remember. But I'm gonna guess it was Olivia who sabotaged everything. Although I think we found, like, letters. That's a pointy thing. I think we found, like, letters and things, well, emails from her, suggesting that it wasn't her. I don't know what was going on. I'm just here, being me, roaming around, doing Titwillow things. Oh, I've only got 10 mag picks and that takes 5. It's probably not worth my mag pick time. Viral effect is irrelevant. Viral effects. Oh, you're a marauder with no legs, but at least you had the decency to die with stuff on you. Yeah, we haven't explored, like, half of this place yet. Well, I think we have explored half of this place. We've explored literally half of this place, I think. More red things down there. Well, are you robot things? You're robot things, that's alright. Because primal things are scary. Robot things are less scary.
Incoming!
If I can actually get to you. Can I get to you? There we go. I'm being killed by the robot things that I said were less scary. Go. Did you just kill Pavati? I find that quite rude. I find it rude of you to kill Pavati. Pavati's very nice. She doesn't deserve to be killed. You could at least kill someone less nice. Right, okay. That's a door. Oh, which leads us out here. Okay. That's kind of cool. Probably. And then have a bit over that way again. Go over that way. You hear my poor computer screaming. How warm are you? Oh, quite warm. Oh,
It looks so homey. Like a family lived here. All that goodness turned to such devilish ends.
How's the heat wave in Wales, Welsh friend? Because I'm not enjoying it. I mean, it's not as warm as it was yesterday, to be fair. It's got a little bit cool. Actually, to be fair, can't really complain because the weather was on in the break room yesterday at work, right? Right up in Scotland, it was like 30 degrees, right? Like at the top of Scotland, that was like 30 degrees. And then like down south, you've got like 28, 30, 35, like around London and stuff like that. And then and then over on the west coast as well, that was like 30, 28, you know, like quite bad. And then like there was just like a little pocket down the east coast of England where it was like 21. Just like we just see we're buffeted on both sides by this heat wave, and then just us in this nice little pocket where it's just like 21 degrees. So we are actually like the coolest bit of the country at the minute. So you know, I can't complain too much, I suppose. Well, less of a heat wave with us and more just like, you know, it's a bit hot, but you know, that's fine. Sorry, read the chat. 33 degrees outside our place. Oh, Christ. That is not fun, Welsh friend. That is not fun. I will have to say it was 24 degrees in my flat this morning. And it was only like 16 degrees outside. Like, for fuck's sake. I think it's... What is annoying, I think, is that, like, the house holds the heat. So when it's been hot, even once it cools down, the house is still hot. And there's like not really anything you could do about it, to be fair, except to open the windows, which I tend not to do because I'm worried the cats will fall out of them. You know. I mean, it's sort of good at the start of a heat wave, because the houses hold the heat, but they also hold the cold. So like, when it gets hot, the first day that it gets hot, it's usually nice and cool in my flat, because it's holding on to the cold. But then, as the heat starts to get in, it'll like stay hot even after it's got colder outside. And I'm like, for fuck's sake, I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. That's not worth wasting my Magpie on. Davros is here. Hello, Davros. We're complaining about the heat, love. This is a very British stream. We're just complaining about the weather while playing a video game that nobody's paying any attention to anymore. Because we've all lost the plot. Oh dear. Right, so... Oh, Jasper's storage key. Oh, there was a place that I could get open with Jasper's storage key. I should definitely have explored this place first. But now I'm going to have to go all the way back. And that's going to take me at least like 2 minutes. I mean, however, that's like such an inconvenience. Actually, I probably could open my window. I'm just thinking because the computer's overheating a little bit. It's probably not too hot outside, is it? Stick a little hand out. Ah, it's a bit cooler out there. Right, just open that. So the computer can get a bit of air at it. And if the cats jump up, I might have to close it again. Right. So. And actually, I'm just going to open my blinds a little bit so the air can actually get in. That's a good idea, isn't it? There we go. Right. So. That's where I've already been. Do you think there's anything down there worth having a look at? That would be a no. Right, we'll go back to the thing, the door, that I needed the storage key to open, because now I've got the storage key. Up we go. Down we go, even. You alright, girls? Everything okay? Yeah? You feeling good? Yeah? Grand. Okay. So Nyoka's looking at me like, I thought we were getting out of this place, and then you made us go back and explore. Yes, I know, Nyoka, but you know, we got, like, loot and shit that we're probably never going to use. That's, like, important. Right. Was it that way, or was it... Oh, it was here, wasn't it? There we go. There we go! Ooh. Ooh, we might have found a secret murder basement. Oh, I love a secret murder basement. Oh, it's got a flickering light and everything. Hello! Oh, there's red things. Oh, they better not be primals. Drop a quick save. Get Ruby out. I feel
I'd have
safer
hoped
with
a
Ruby.
smart fellow like Mr. Lowe would know better than to test a super drug on primals.
Oh my god, we've got up to 7 viewers. What the fuck, man? Did you bring all your friends, Stavros? Christ! Hello! And... there you go. And... oh, he dies in 1 boop. You see, that is a considerate NPC. Dies in 1 boop. Doesn't make me double boop him. Oh, I didn't have to boop you at all. Nyoka booped you to death. Right, okay. So... is that it? Is it literally just a cavern with 2 primals in it? Did I go all the way back to there to get a key just to get into a thing that just had 2 primals in it? Like, was that it? Fuck's sake, man. That was it, apparently. Also, all my cables are getting in my way. Don't get in my way, cables. Dear me. Like, really? That was it? Really? Well, it's a monumental waste of my time, game. Like, really? That you brought me all the way down here just for 2 primals? Not so much as a terminal. Oh, hang on. There's research notes. Initial research into primal neurochemistry has proven fruitful. I've discovered a cardiac cell receptor for adrenaline. Yes, to human cell receptors in function, if not in physiology. It should be possible to develop a pharmaceutical drug that blocks the effects of the adrenaline hormone in primals, thus curtailing their paranoia, agitation, and violent irritability. Oh my god, right. Correlation. It is possible, just unlikely given the way OCI has me under thumbscrews. Adrenatime is a danger. It's a dangerous drug. The danger can be mitigated by developing an adrenaline inhibitor, take adrenatime, and then take this theoretical drug to minimise its side effects. I barely have the time, energy, or resources to develop a half-passable adrenatime, so this idea must remain a dream. Nonetheless, my notes follow Hope Springs Eternal. So he was, I mean, as much as all of this is horrific, he was actually trying to make it better. Like, that's why he was doing all of this with the primals. He was trying to find a way to stop the side effects. I mean, maybe he's not a villain after all. Maybe he's a good person. Not that I ever really thought he was a villain. But, you know. Your landlord just put solar panels on the roof, so your electric has been cheap. Bloody hell. I can't even get mine to fix the flipping toilet. Christ. Or the leaking roof. Anyway. It's alright. When the roof comes in, because it's been leaking for like 2.5 years, it'll be his problem, won't it? Right. So... oh god, I looked round and Star was there. And now she knows I've seen her. Oh dear. I looked around twice. That means I've seen her twice. Okay. So. Now we are headed over there to a research terminal. Why are we going to a research terminal? The HIA facility waits feedback on Gorgon. Yeah, but do we not need to do the other thing first? Do we not need to go to the other place? Oh, that is the other place, isn't it? Yes, that's the other place so that we can then go to the third place. That's what's happening right now. We've been to the first place, now we need to go to the other place, and then we can go to the third place. It's more or less the general gist of most video game quests, to be honest. You need to go to this place, but to get to that place, you need to go to this other place, and then we need to go to the other place to do the thing, so then we can get to the thing, and then open up the thing and do the thing, and then after that we'll be able to do things. That's the general gist of most video games. That is a toxic reservoir, I want to say, and that's really friggin' cool. How friggin' cool is that? Very friggin' cool. That's how friggin' cool. So... To be fair, my landlord always was very good at getting things done. It's all done through the letting agent though. And recently, the last few things I've reported have just been like... just not bothered doing anything. I don't know if it's the landlord or whether it's the letting agent who have gone to shit a little bit. You know. I do know that the same landlord owns the downstairs flat, and the last 2 tenants that he's had in the downstairs flat have wrecked the place. So it's empty at the minute, and I know it needs a load of work doing to it. But it's been empty for weeks and nothing's happened yet, so, you know. Maybe things are just being a bit slow at the minute for whatever reason. But I'm sure it's fine. You alright, Star? Sounded like you were making noises, but then I looked around and she wasn't making noises, which is now making me wonder what was making noises. What was making noises, Star? Is it the ghost? It's probably the ghost. Right! So... I was reading the chat and I walked in an acid puddle. Don't you hate it when that happens? Oh, but there's a body in the acid puddle. Oh, I want to loot the body. I'm gonna have to get acidy toes to loot the body. Oh, there's nothing on you. Well, that's just inconsiderate. I braved acid to loot you and you didn't even have anything on you. Christ. There's red things over there. I'm just kind of wandering aimlessly at this point. Oh, that's cool. Oh, how cool is that? Oh, there's primals. Oh, that's less cool. That's less cool. But look how cool that is.
Captain!
Oh, there's 3 of you. Oh, that's not fair. One of you was hiding. One of you was hiding to make it look like there was only... Did you just hit me in the face with a rock? Did you just hit Titwillow in the face with a rock? That was not a smart life choice, my friend. Sorry, we just talked about letting agents and landlords now. Yeah, they used to be really good. Like, they used to be really good at getting stuff done. Like, really quick and snappy. Like, even the tiniest little things would get fixed straight away. And then recently it's just not been so great. But anyway, I'm sure it'll be fine.
Get it off! Get it off!
Did you just get acidy toes, Pavati? Did you just... were you reading the chat and you walked into the acid puddle? Yeah, it happens to the best of us. Is this a lift? This is a lift! It's very sexy. I don't know if I need to go up it. I have literally not a clue. Where am I going? Where am I going? I'm going up there. Oh, fuck a banana. That's on the other side of the bloody thing. I think I do need to go up this lift. Maybe? Do I need to go up this lift? Do you know what? It's a cool lift, so I'm going to go up the lift. I don't know if I need to go up the lift, but I'm going to go up the lift because it's a cool lift. Oh, it's juddering a little bit so we know it's moving. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, you're so cool, lift.
Sure would be a bad time for an earthquake.
I mean, I feel like any time would be a bad time for an earthquake, Pavati. I don't think there's been many moments in history where somebody's gone, you know what, this would be a great time for an earthquake. I mean, there are probably certain scenarios, maybe, but I can't think of any off the top of my head. Right, okay. So, oh it's a little sprat. Hello, little sprat. Oh, you're so cute. You're so cute. You are so cute. Right. Okay. We've only been going an hour. Seriously? I feel like we've been going like 3 hours. I feel like I've been live streaming for so long. What have you been live streaming for an hour? Is that a good sign or a bad sign? I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Like, I didn't mean like in a bad way. I felt like I'd been live streaming for ages. I just, you know. I mean, we've covered a lot of topics in 1 hour, haven't we? Hello. You're canids. Oh, you're glowing canids. I feel like I should definitely drop a quick save. Canid charger. Oh, hello! You're quite a big canid. Hello, canid. Hello. Hi. Yeah. Canid Sparkler. Oh, that's a cute name. Oh man, I don't like killing cute things. But sometimes cute things just want to kill me. Whee! Oh, and now there's Marauders. Hello, Marauder. Which hammer am I using? Ruby Mark 3, good. Let's have to double check which hammer I was using. Are you dead? You're dead. Okay. Sometimes they just fall over and they're not dead. And they look dead, but they're not dead. That's synthesis of manufacturing. Have I been there yet? Is that where I'm trying to get to? I don't bloody know. I've lost track and I blew up a thing. There you go. Right, okay. So. Right. Okay. Yeah, have I been here? I feel like that looks like a very evil moon man there. That he looks a bit eviler than most moon men do. It's sealed. This must be where I'm trying to get to, is it? Yes. Okay. But I need to override the what's-its first. Yes. We all following? I feel like, yeah, sure, we're all following. Everything's fine. Right. For fuck's sake. Let's go back to talking about the weather and landlords. Oh, I need to take out the drug dealer drone before I take out the marauders. There we go. Then I need to drug myself a little bit because fucking hell, these marauders are a bit tough. Right. Hey! Don't hit Titwillow with a hammer. That's not cool. You don't hit Titwillow with hammers. Titwillow hits other people with hammers. Fuck's sake. Just remember my window's open. Anybody walking along the back lane would have just heard a mad woman screaming, "Don't hit Titwillow with a hammer." I'm sure it's fine. Right. Okay, so we're headed this way, aren't we? Possibly. I'll tell you who we haven't encountered yet. We haven't encountered Charles from accounting, have we? He's meant to be like the mega marauder. The mega super marauder. Old Charles from accounting. Well, we're all laughing in the chat, so I'm assuming I must have said something funny. Right, okay. So, put my little jogging shoes on, shouldn't I? Go for a jog. Oh, how sexy is that for a view? Oh, look at that, man. How, eh? That's like, look, you've got Ambrose Manor in the background on its little asteroid, and then you've just got whatever that is. I don't know what it is, but it looks cool. Like that is like a proper spacey What's the word I'm looking for? I don't know, image? Like, look, it's just so cool. Right, okay. Whee! There's marauders over there. Oh, there's marauders here. I was going to say maybe I can just walk past them and they'll not notice me. They notice me. That's fine. That's fine. Hello, marauder crack shot. I'm going to put you down and hit you with a hammer. You tried to run away from my hammer there. You tried to dodge my boopage. Never dodge a woman's boop. It's in the Livestream Rules. Because I added it to the Livestream Rules, because I seem to say it an awful lot. I added it to the rules. You never dodge a woman's boop. We all know this. Right.
That's the last of them.
Okay. So... Am I going that way, maybe? Maybe? Let's say yes. Probably, I'm sure we'll find out where we're going at some point. We'll get there. Oh, what was that red thing that just popped up? There's marauders over in that direction. Are they up top? I don't care if they're up top. They can fucking stay there for all I care. Are they down here? Oh, I think they're down here. God's sake. Just everywhere I go, there's people who want me to kill them. Like, seriously. Hello!
Incoming!
And there we go. And go! Where have you gone? Oh, wow, you are pretty sexy with that side there, Nyoka. That's some sexy side action you've got going on. And then she died, which was less sexy, but you know, it's fine. She'll get up there. Right. And then Kavati died. And now I'm dangerously close to dying. There we go. Just need to do a bit of the old healing. And you had a scythe as well. You're not as sexy with it though. Nyoka's sexier with the scythe than what you are. And double boop. And triple boop. There we go. Embrace the boop. I'm totally gonna make that the title of this live stream. Embrace the boop. We're going this way, aren't we? Are we going this way? I don't know. What way are we going? I need to go up. That's the lift, isn't it? That's the lift. So we'll go up in a lift. It's not as sexy as what the other lift was, but it's sexy enough for me. Whoops. Oh! There's no lift music though. What's the point of a lift if there's no lift music? Oh, and there's more marauders. Like, power, lads. Really? That might be my best boop to date. That is the best boop that Tit Willow has ever booped. Right. So. Everybody dead? Everybody's dead. Okay. Great. Fabulous. Wonderful. Human Inquiry and Auditing. HIA. Unlock with HIA passkey. I love the music. Isn't it the best thing whenever you like complete an objective? It's like ooh. It's that proper like 1960s spy kind of thing. I love a good 1960s spy show. I think that's one of my favourite like aesthetics. You know, like I think that's why I like No One Lives Forever so much, because that's like 1960s spy type stuff. I just love things like that. And Big Finish, who do all the Doctor Who audio dramas, they had a series called Countermeasures, which was about there's a group of characters who turn up in one of Sylvester McCoy's episodes. I think, is it Renaissance of the Daleks? I think it is. And Countermeasures follows them as they set up like this little government organisation to like take on aliens before the days of UNIT and Torchwood and all of that. And that's set in the 60s, and it honestly is one of my favourite things to listen to. It's just so friggin' cool. Also, they've started recording episodes with Jodie Whittaker, and if you go onto their YouTube channel, they did an interview with Jodie Whittaker and Mandip Gill, and it is the funniest thing you will ever watch in your life. It is like, when they are talking to each other, it's like, I don't know, it's just it's the most incoherent, hilarious. It's like, just imagine if there were two of me having a conversation together. That's what it's like. Imagine if I was just here having a conversation with like a clone of myself. That's what it's like. It is the funniest thing you will ever watch. Even if you have no interest in Doctor Who, I highly recommend you just go and watch that interview, because it's just so funny. Anyway, right, so.
Oh my law. What is that smell?
Well,
Let's make this quick, please.
I don't know what the smell is, Pavati, because we have not got to a point in video games yet where they can get smells across. So I literally have no idea. I mean, it looks a bit sewagey to me. Maybe it's sewage. This doesn't look like the place is in great shape, I'll be honest. Pay much money to watch Magpie have a conversation with herself. Well, Trent! Become a channel member and watch Magpie have a conversation with herself.
Welcome to Human Inquiry Auditing, the Spacer's Choice Facility. My name is Dr. Marion Blakeslee, and I'd like to congratulate you all on volunteering for this important opportunity. Whatever your past, know that as of today, each of you will be part of something greater. Together, we will unlock the path to discoveries that profit all of us.
Our brightest minds did their dirtiest work here. We made puppets out of people and tested them until they broke. Walk softly, Captain. Some of them still live here, and they hate to be disturbed.
We made it through, Chem, okay? We can make it through this. Right?
After the nightmare that was the chem lab, I think we're about ready for anything.
Okay. I feel like my live stream commentary is not exactly doing this game justice. Like, it's trying really hard to be really, like, dramatic and scary, and we're just here talking about landlords and the weather, not really paying attention to what's happening. But, you know, it's fine. It's fine. This place is giving me Portal vibes. It's giving anybody else Portal vibes? Okay. Just waiting for, you know, GLaDOS to suddenly appear out of nowhere. Well, those are savage test subjects. Oh, okay. Sort of like Marauders, but worse, probably. Hello, savage test subject. Are you okay? Oh god, you're in like a sort of straitjacket kind of thing. Oh, this isn't going to be nice, is it? Hello. Oh no, you're very creepy. Oh, flippin' Nora. Okay. Okay. There was two, right? Yeah, there's another one over there. What did you do to me? I'm having explosions. I don't like having explosions. What did you do to me? You did awful things to me. Oh my god. Oh, that's horrible. Yeah, that's horrific and awful.
Incoming!
And then the other one spotted us. I was trying to wait for my health to regenerate, but you know, it's fine. Oh, I got a level up. There we go. Okay. So... we will repair my armour. And then we shall do a little level up. Ooh, what do we feel like? So, I was trying to get determination up, wasn't we? When companions kill an enemy, they gain 50% health. Yeah, that would kind of be useful. And then if we get it up to 150, when a companion is sent back to the unreliable, a different companion can replace them. I don't care about that. I tend to just keep whoever I've got. So if we start getting this up instead, yeah, start getting inspiration up. Because inspiration increases the damage inflicted by your companions. Determination increases the maximum health of your companions. So, you know, that's all fine and dandy. Because I've got me up to optimum, so now I'm going to try and get my companions up to optimum. Because, you know, I'm a good ship captain. Games can be taken far too seriously these days. Yeah, they can a little bit. They can a little bit. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love a game that, like, really gets into your soul and destroys you as a human being. Those are my favourite kind of games, which I think this game kind of did the first time I played it. But yes, as a gamer. This is going to be the same thing over and over again.
My name is Dr.
Yeah. Yeah, this is definitely very Portal. You know in Portal 2 when you go down to the basement-y bit and you find like the original facility? That's what this is reminding me of. Right. Incoming messages. In order to minimise damage to company property and or personnel, please observe the following guidelines during the volunteer induction process. Do not touch and or handle test subjects. Please defer to security personnel. Avoid using inflammatory phrases or terms such as untested chemicals, test subject, or cells. So for untested chemicals, consider patented Spacer's Choice formula. Test subject, consider valued volunteer, and cells, consider living quarters. 3. Remind subjects that compliance is one of the requirements of their contract with Spacer's Choice. 4. Do not interrupt official Spacer's Choice communications and or marketing while directing volunteers. Okay. Architect's balls is that all of the guidelines. Look, these people are coming here from Tartarus. Don't let your guard down, don't get friendly, and don't get close. If everyone does their job right, these volunteers will leave this facility as free and upstanding citizens. Okay, so Tartarus is the prison world, just so we know. So they were getting volunteers from... They were prisoners, basically, who were sent here to be experimented on. That's what was really going on. Okay, so... In light of certain recent developments, our friends at OCI have generously provided us with advice and guidelines intended to ensure the best possible outcomes for our research here at Human Inquiry and Auditing. To that end, we will be establishing new testing parameters and volunteer preparation guidelines effective immediately. These guidelines will be provided to you at your stations. I really would like to congratulate you all on what you've achieved so far. Keep your heads down and your minds focused on the work, and the rest will come easy. If you have any concerns, kindly forward them to my assistant, Benjamin Morley. And every volunteer means just that. We're entering a vital phase of the testing process, and that means every volunteer participates in the trials. It's all the more critical that we maintain careful records of the dosages involved. Of course, we're counting on you for that. So they were presumably dosing them with adrenatime then. Weaver, have you seen my office keycard? If this is one of your little tests, it's not funny. Security is already at full burn. They're going to lose their bolts when they catch me taking a long way around to facility areas. Please tell me it's sitting on your desk or something. Okay, I'm assuming we're going to find a keycard then that we can use to keycard. That's what keycards are good for. Keycarding. Oh dear. Anyone seen the new Superman movie? No, I did not even know there was a new Superman movie. I've never explored like the DC stuff, to be honest, apart from Suicide Squad. But that's mostly just to see Margot Robbie in her fishnet tights. I had a big poster of Margot Robbie actually as Harley Quinn in her fishnet tights. Anyway, but apart from that, I've not really seen any of like the DC stuff. I feel like I should, because I like a good superhero movie. I like the ridiculousness of them. And in Living Legends, Mass Effect fanfiction I'm writing, I've got like a running joke that because it's set 200 years after the Reaper War, I've got this running joke that Liara keeps making Shepard watch all of like the films and movies that have come out starring both of them as the heroes, and they're all like really cringy superhero movies, you know, like the kind of shit that goes on in superhero movies where like they'll go crashing through 3 plate glass windows and then stand up and not have a scratch on them and stuff like that. Because I love the silliness of a good superhero movie, just like, you know, all the daft shit.
Volunteers my ass. These are cells.
It's so homey, almost. Whatever brought these folks here, they were just people. Same as us.
Batman movie with the twit from the Twilight movies. What, you mean Robert Pattinson? I quite like Robert Pattinson. I feel like starring in the Twilight movies did not do much for his rep, though. But you see, to me, he'll always be Cedric from Harry Potter. You see? That's what he always is to me. So who's Superman now, then? Because it was, what's his name? Henry Cavill, wasn't it? He's very sexy. Even I fancy Henry Cavill. Christ. But is he still Superman or is somebody else Superman? I really don't keep up with shit like this, you know.
This is your time to shine. You may just find yourselves doing some of the work of a real officer. Compliance with all instructions from facility personnel is stipulated in the contracts.
It's played by some guy. Cool. Okay, I probably wouldn't know him anyway. I'm so bad when it comes to like celebrities, like obscure little celebrities from like, you know, little shows that nobody watches. Oh yeah, I'll know them. People who've like voiced video game characters and stuff like that, absolutely. But like, you know, big Hollywood stars, no. I mean, sometimes when I watch the Graham Norton show, you know how he's always got like about 2 or 3 like massive, huge super stars, either like film stars or singers or whatever, and they're always like huge superstars, and then he'll always have some little British celebrity on the end, like a comedian or something like that, right? I always know who they are, but like the big super mega Hollywood stars, half the time I have no idea who they are. And they all look the same as well, so it's like, how are you supposed to tell them apart? Like, seriously. They're basically just carbon copies of each other. Anyway. Okay. So, you're a hysterical test subject. Oh, no. Oh, that's worse than a normal test subject. You're a hysterical test subject. Okay. Oh, and also, that's the drug robot. Well, we have to take out the drug robot. Don't you run away from me, little drug robot. Oh shit. If we don't take out the drug robot, he's gonna heal the people. Stop healing the people. Oh shit. What just hit me? Wow, you've got one hell of a flippin' punch on you, my lass. Christ all bloody mighty. What on earth were they feeding you? Right. Oh, and I'm dying. I'm dying. Okay. Where is everybody? What's happening? Where are they? These test subjects are no fucking joke. Christ almighty, you've got a machine gun. Did you kill him? You killed him. Good. Fucking hell. Oh, hello. Drug addiction. Taking as many drugs as you have has turned into an addiction, making you suffer withdrawal if you go too long without another hit. No, that's not worth it, man. However, I hope they've done a bit better with the flaws in the Outer Worlds too, because it's such an interesting idea, the fact that you can take a flaw and get a perk point for it. But I just think it doesn't work that well because the perks aren't good enough to make any of the flaws seem worth it. So like the fact that you can just reject them as well. Like, I almost feel like once you've triggered the same flaw a number of times, you just sort of have to take it. That would almost be a bit better. Because then you would have to be a bit more careful with your playstyle and stuff. Yeah, like, you'd have to be like, oh, I better not take too many drugs, otherwise I'll become a drug addict.
Welcome, volunteers. This office
I just feel like, I feel like it was a good idea, but it could have been done better. But I don't know how it could have been done better. And you just need, you know, somebody clever needs to look at it and go, how could we do this a bit better? There's a terminal. We can't do anything with the terminal. It's just telling me the access is restricted. And I'm not a good enough lockpickerist to pick my way in. Nowhere near as sexy as Henry. What, the new Superman? I don't think anybody could be as sexy as Henry. Like I say, Henry. You know how like some girls will say they have girl crushes? He's my boy crush, I think. Him and Jason Momoa. Fucking hell, Christ almighty. I think just about anybody on the planet would sleep with Jason Momoa. No matter what gender you are or which way inclined you are. Anyway. Right. So... So, you met Graham years ago in Brighton at a party. Wow. He always comes across as a bit of an arsehole, I always think. Like, have you ever listened to his radio show? I don't know if he still does it, but he used to do it in the autumn on Radio 2 on a Saturday. They used to have... Alan Carr and Mel used to do it over the summer, and then he would do it over, like, the autumn and the winter. I don't know if he still does it. But if you ever listen to it, like, he's an arsehole. And the thing he is, right, on his show, he's always really nice to the celebrities. But I feel like he's not so nice to, like, non-celebrities. Because on his show, he doesn't really come across as an arsehole, or at least not very much. But, like, when he was doing his radio show, I always used to think, my God, he's an arsehole. Like, because I used to work on a Saturday, and back when I was a meter reader, so I would be in the car, so I was listening to him when I was, like, in the car. And I just think, Christ, he comes across as, like, such a dick. He really does. But then, like, sometimes you'll see him in interviews and he comes across as really nice. I don't know. I think there's a bit of a Jekyll Hyde thing going on there. Anyway. Alright, so... Sigourney Weaver is your gay boy crush. Really? Ah, yeah, I can see that. Like a bit of Sigourney Weaver.
Welcome, volunteers. Here you will be demonstrating key life skills in a simulated working environment. As in any work environment, inattentiveness can have disastrous consequences. Any accidents will negatively impact your chances of completing volunteer work.
Look out!
Oh, and then we're getting attacked by more test subjects. Right, we need to take out the robot. Take out the robot. Everybody attack the robot. Oh, I'm forgetting that I've got companion things again, aren't I? There we go. Pavati, take it out. I mean, I think it was already dead when you did that, but good job anyway, Pavati. Right, okay. So now we've taken out... Oh, there's another robot. Oh, that's not fair. It's not fair that there's another robot. Okay. You take out the other robot, please, Nyoka. That was very sexy, Nyoka. You didn't quite kill it. You didn't even slightly damage it. It just looked really cool. It didn't actually do anything useful. Where the fuck is the robot gone? You know what? I'll just kill these test subjects while I'm waiting to find the... There you are. There you are. Will you just stop moving and let me boot you? Christ, I'm gonna die in a minute. Right. Okay, okay. Down you go. Okay. Fuck me. Right. So. Yeah, this is giving me very Portal vibes with the test chambers. So they seem to have been trying to like, or at least pretending to try and like rehabilitate them, like teaching them life skills and things like that. But presumably they were pumping them full of drugs at the same time. Presumably adrenal time, and it's turned them all into fucking lunatics. Right. Okay. Cool cutscene with Myoga. I know, I really need to remember that she has an ability more often, don't I? If anything, just to get the cutscene. I mean, it didn't do anything, particularly. Maybe that's not the best thing to use against robots, but you know. What's my inventory at? Oh, we've got like 390, man. We're fine. Yeah, I was just thinking I have been picking up an awful lot of stuff. Chamber 3. Oh, this does not look fun. This is a bit Squid Games, this. Christ. You know, or Squid Game. Is it Squid Game or Squid Games? I didn't realise there were 3 seasons of it. Okay.
Under the guidance of our Spacer's Choice technicians, we'll be completing a brief practice course. Volunteers are expected to follow all instructions without hesitation. Failure to do so may result in immediate termination. You've made it this far. Keep it up.
Okay, so now you've taught them how to work in an office, you're going to teach them how to fight. All really important life skills.
Incoming!
Yeah, this is very Squid Game, isn't it? Yeah, I didn't realise there were 3 seasons of Squid Game. I watched the first season when there was all that, like, huge hype about it. You know when there's huge hype about something, it means you have to... Oh, there's a fucking robot, I swear to God. Yeah, when there's huge hype about something, you feel like you have to watch it. And I mean, it was alright. It was quite good. I wouldn't say it was, like, incredible. But it was quite good. But I didn't realise there'd been another 2 seasons. Oh, for fuck's sake, will you get out of my fucking way? Where have the robots gone? There we go. We can get... Babati. Is Babati dead? Babati's dead. That's why her ability wasn't working. Fucking... I was going to say fucking die and then I died, so you know. At least Titwillow was listening to me. Right! Slow time power. Oh, I forgot about that. Where the fuck is this save? Oh man, how far back is the save? Oh, I think we're just here. That's fine. We're just talking about what we've watched in the chat. Never seen Game of Thrones. I've never finished Game of Thrones, so I think I've talked about this a million times before. But fuck it. I read the books. I got halfway through A Feast for Crows, which I think is the 4th one, before I lost the will to live. Because, like, the first book is really good, and after that you can completely tell he just completely lost the plot. Like, he does not know where the story is going. There is absolutely no chance that he has a coherent plan of where that story is going. And I know that's hypocritical coming from me, but, like, you know, I write fan fiction. It's alright for me to start posting stuff without knowing where the story is going. I'm not making money off of it. Yeah. And it all just goes a bit weird. None of his characters are likeable. I absolutely despise the way he writes people. I just, like, there was not a single character that I liked by the end. They are all just awful, terrible people, and the world is just awful and terrible, and you just don't... Like, I've read a quote from one of the Dragon Age writers, I think it was David Gader, I think, where he said that when you're creating a world, you have to make it a world that the player... Well, he was talking about video games. You have to make it a world that the player wants to save, right? But I think it applies to all things. Because if you're going to keep reading the book, you have to care about the world. And the world that he created is just so horrible. It has no redeeming qualities whatsoever. So I just kind of lost interest.
Raptidons have taste buds.
And then I did watch the series. And I just found it quite boring, to be honest. I'm enjoying House of the Dragon. I am watching that. I haven't read the House of the Dragon books. But I've started watching it and I was surprised at how much I enjoyed it. But then I've read a lot of reviews from people who had read the books that say they changed a lot of the story and completely changed loads of the characters. And I was like, that's probably why I enjoy it. Because I typically don't like his characters at all. I think they're just, yeah. So yeah, you're not missing anything by not watching Game of Thrones, don't worry.
As in any work environment, inattentiveness can have disastrous consequences.
Right, so let's try this again. Right, we need to focus on the robots first. Otherwise, they're just going to heal everybody. Oh, maybe I can get him down before the robot actually heals. For fuck's sake. Right, go around this way. Get behind them, get behind them, get behind them, get behind them. Oh, you're a Colossus. I don't want you. I want the robots. For fuck's sake. Now I'm being slowly killed by N-ray damage. Well, we'll do a quick heal. Now I just can't find any of them. Right, you're a berserker. Well, as long as there isn't a robot near them, the robot won't heal them. Right, okay, there. Right, goodbye! I think she hit the robot. No, you didn't hit the robot, you hit the Colossus. Well, maybe if we all get on top of him before the robot can figure out what's going on. The robot heals them, you see. This is why I keep trying to take down the robot. But now the robots seem to have just fucked off. They're not interested in healing anybody, so... That's fine. Pavati's dead, I think. My companions have an ability, though, that sometimes, when dead, they stand up again. You know what, if I do a heal, that should get them both back up. There we go. Right. And then they both died again. Well, you see, and then they stood up. Right. Take out the drone. Okay, that did actually completely take the drone out. And then we'll try and take out this drone. Fucking die. Right, you're now dead. Excellent. That means... my companions are dead as well. But I think... all the marauders are dead. And those were actual marauders, they weren't test subjects. They were marauders, which is interesting. I mean, I think it's basically the same thing. But, you know... It got stinky reviews, what did? We've talked about a lot of shows there, Welsh friend. Which one got bad reviews? Friends keep telling you you'd love it because there's sex and dragons. There's more sex and dragons in House of the Dragon. Well, there's definitely more dragons. Maybe not quite as much sex, but there's more dragons. I would recommend House of the Dragon. House of the Dragon is really good. Game of Thrones? Yeah. It's not that great. But House of the Dragon is the prequel, which is set... Because it's funny, in Game of Thrones, they're always talking about this, like, great old kingdom where, like, the kings all had dragons at their beck and call and they had these huge dragon battles and they were fighting each other and there were just dragons everywhere. But by the time you get to Game of Thrones, they're just like, those are the bygone days and all of the dragons are dead, right? And when reading and watching Game of Thrones, I was always like, well, if there's a cool, exciting kingdom in the past that was full of, like, dragons and shit, why aren't we telling stories about that? I don't want to hear about this boring time when all the dragons are dead. And then, you know, House of the Dragon came along, which is about the kingdom that had loads of dragons. So there's definitely more dragons in House of the Dragon than there is in Game of Thrones. I would highly recommend House of the Dragon. It has a very harrowing scene, though, in... I think it's the first episode, it might be the second. It's right near the beginning. Where the Queen is giving birth. And she's not going to survive the birth, and they decide they have to give her a C-section. Bearing in mind that it's set in a sort of medieval-y type time where C-sections were only done when the mother was either dead or certainly going to die. It wasn't a thing that a mother could survive back then. I mean, I know it's in a fictional world, but still. And so they give... will you shut up? I'm talking. They give her a C-section. And they do it while she's still alive, while she's conscious, without telling her that they're going to do it, and they literally just hold her down and cut her open. And it's very, very graphic, and it's meant to be, because it's meant to traumatise one of the characters, and then it kind of goes on to, like, form how his whole character evolves. So it's meant to be that way. but it is one of the most harrowing things I've ever watched in my entire life. And I've watched the series, I think, 3 times. I've watched it all the way through. And that scene, always, every single time, I end up hiding behind a cushion. And I am not, like, I'm not squeamish. I like gory stuff. I've watched every episode of Call the Midwife and never had to hide behind a cushion. So, you know, it's not like I'm squeamish about stuff like that, but fuck me, it is absolutely horrific. Like, it is the worst thing. Like, I mean, it's a brilliant scene in terms of, like, what it's actually supposed to do. Like, it's supposed to horrify you, but I mean, it is awful. It really is. Like, it's not just awful in terms of, like, the actual graphicalness of it, but it's, like, more the fact that they're holding her down while she's, like, screaming, and they don't even tell her that they're going to do it, and it's just like, oh my god, it is just one of the most traumatic things I've ever watched. So, you know, just forewarn you about that, but it's a great series, though. Matt Smith's in it, isn't he? Yes, Matt Smith is in it. And he's very good in it as well.
I don't believe you've discussed the side effects, Dr. Ambrose.
The drug's not ready for release yet. The side effects are immaterial.
So it's dangerous. Perhaps it results in some thrilling mutations. 4 arms, maybe? Or a second head?
Try delusion, paranoia, gastric bleeds, violence, and fatal insomnia. Shall I enumerate every way our volunteers have died? Suicide by automech, suicide by hanging, starvation.
Cut the recording, Georgie.
You sure, boss? I just put on a new cylinder. Stroke, spontaneous combustion, internal exsanguination.
Just turn it off.
Okay, that's interesting. So this is giving us the impression that Olivia was maybe not on board with the project, because she was just spewing all of the horrors that Adrenatime does to a journalist. And interestingly enough, the journalist seemed not to want to hear it, which is odd. I mean, you would think that that would be quite juicy information for a journalist, but maybe he was being paid by the corporations to kind of like be like, oh, make Adrenatime look really good. And then Ambrose is just there going, no, actually, it's fucking horrific, it's awful. We are doing terrible, terrible things that we should not be doing. Like Matt Smith's Doctor Who much better than Tennant. Yeah, me too. I think Tennant is really overrated. I mean, I sort of like Tennant, but he's my least favourite one of all the new Who Doctors. Matt Smith was really great. I like Peter Capaldi though. I think he's a bit underrated. People always seem to forget about him, but I really like him. And Christopher Eccleston. He was just so good. I loved him. Observation. Oh my fucking god, that's a lot of slugs. Right. Compliance testing phrases: data entry, physical exertion, mild physical exertion, strenuous, social exclusion, and sanctioned violence. Okay. So is this the test they're doing on the test subjects? Like, they're making them do data entry. We saw that when they were, like, training them to work in an office. Physical exertion mild. Physical exertion strenuous. Would that be the combat thing? Because that was test chamber 3. 4, social exclusion. Which does not sound good or healthy at all. And then 5, sanctioned violence. Okay. Now we're talking about Doctor Who in the chat. We're talking about everything other than the Outer Worlds, which I just find hilarious. But I think it's great. I think it's great, these live streams. It's like we all just get together for a coffee once a week, isn't it? That's what it's like. We all just get together and have a catch up. While I'm just sitting here playing a video game in the background. I'm just like, shut up, Magpie, we're talking. Okay, subjects SC 1A through K were given forms and writing implements and instructed to fill them out to corporate standards. Upon completion, forms were placed into an employer-sanctioned shredding device by a technician. Test was then repeated. Observational notes. Volunteer SC1D Kendall. Why do I know that name? I know that name. Kendall's been mentioned, right? I'm sure Kendall's been mentioned. Have I seen that in an email or something? Anyway, Kendall objected to further testing after completion of second set of forms. Volunteer SC1G after 5th. Volunteer SC1B after 10th. No further objections from remaining volunteers. Volunteer SC1E Hobbs was discovered to be functionally illiterate and tagged for early advancement to the second phase of compliance testing. Objection from Volunteer SC1D. Interesting. Okay, so phase 2. Subjects SC5A through K were given visual demonstrations of multiple physical exercises, then instructed to replicate them in accordance with verbal instructions. Subject SC5H complained of physical exhaustion after 5 minutes, missing numerous verbal cues. Sorry, Scorpio was just making noise. Subject SC5A, 5E and 5K failed out at around the 15-minute mark. Test was terminated after 13 minutes as the technician became too hoarse to provide instruction. Okay. So, mid-stage testing phase 3. Subjects are instructed to follow a closed circuit around the perimeter of the testing chamber for the duration of the test. At random intervals, technician is to provide focal cue to reverse course. Okay. Of the 8 test subjects remaining in Group SC27, 6 responded to vocal cues. Subject 63D became aggressive and was removed. Subject 63B collapsed 30 minutes into the experiment and was removed. Remaining subjects exhibited compliance with all vocal cues for remainder of experiment. Technician's addendum: observational data compromised due to equipment failure. Technician Embry S was found incapable of continued operation due to incessant weeping and was withdrawn, flagged for disciplinary measures. Okay. Phase 4. Right. Subjects are isolated and instructed to select one member of their experiment group for immediate removal from the volunteer program. Oh, shit. This is like one of those ones, you know, where they do the experiments where they put people in different rooms and they're like, oh, if you press this button, you'll electrocute the other person. And apparently human nature sort of compels you to do it because there's no consequences. And I'm like, I feel like I would not do that. I don't care what the scientists say. I feel like if you put me in a room and gave me a button and they were like, if you press that button, it'll electrocute somebody else. I feel like I would not do that. I don't care what you say about instinctive human nature scientists. Like, no, I'm not going to do that. Why would I do that? Like, what? Why? What part of the human brain makes you go, yeah, I'll push that button and electrocute someone else? Why would you do that? Anyway. Right, okay, so, right, subject 63A volunteers, subject 63F. Subject 63B is unresponsive for duration of testing session. Subject 63... Actually, no, I'll tell you what this is like. This is like weakest link, isn't it? You know, where they go at the end of a round, where they go around everybody and they say, who do you want, who is the weakest link? And then they get rid of the weakest link. You are the weakest link. Goodbye. Anne Robinson. Is weakest link still on? I have vague recollections in my head that it started being presented by someone else after Anne Robinson retired. But nobody else could be as scary as Anne Robinson, I don't think, could they? Do you remember that episode of Doctor Who where they had robot Anne Robinson who used to, like, vaporise people? That was the coolest fucking episode of Doctor Who I've ever seen in my entire life. That was a Christopher Eccleston Doctor Who episode. That is genuinely, to this day, one of my favourites. I just robot Anne Robinson vaporising people. That was fucking brilliant. Anyway. Anyway. Subject 63C deliberates for 5 minutes 36 seconds before volunteering Subject 63E. Subject 63D is unable to recall the names and or identification numbers of her fellows, but has volunteered each of them in turn, citing immediate need for additional Compound X injections. Subject 63E volunteers Subject 63F. Subject 63F refuses to comply with instruction for duration of testing session. Subject 63G exhibits extreme confusion and extreme emotional distress, demands morning injection. So they're getting them addicted to the drugs. Technician's addendum, time as of previous note is 1400 hours. Subject exhibits extreme aggression. Subject terminated. Ooh, shit's getting a bit real here. Okay, phase 5. Right. Subject is instructed to fire a shrouded target 1 industry standard fashion modelling assistive device, mannequin. Subject is not informed of nature of target. Oh, right, okay. Observational notes. Subject has fired at target. Auditory reward initiated. Test reset. Subject has fired at observation window. Automated security enabled. Test reset. Subject has fired at subject. Other. Automated security enabled. Subject has fired at subject. Other. Automated security enabled. Subject has fired at target. Auditory reward initiated. Subject has fired at target. Auditory reward initiated. Subject refuses to fire. Subject refuses to fire. Subject refuses to fire. Technician's addendum. Subject unresponsive. Test reset. When life gives you lemons, consider it a free trial from your friends at Space Choice. I just read that off there. This is very... you cannot tell me that these are not Portal references. Like, this whole thing is set up like Portal with the test chambers and stuff like that, and then they throw in a when life gives you lemons joke. Like, come on, this has to be a Portal reference. I feel this is one of those games. Do you ever play a game and you just think this game was made by the biggest gaming nerds? I'm finding Dragon Age references everywhere, which I'm just going to assume are Dragon Age references, even though that might just be me seeing Dragon Age everywhere. And then this place is basically just Portal 2. Like how Also, I think this is a game that they definitely made it for the love of making it, rather than in the hopes it would make lots of money. It's one of those games. I love games like that. I mean, I know they need to make money in order to like carry on making games. I know that. But, you know, sometimes you can tell when they've made a game just for the money. Like, the money was the first thing on their mind. And this is not one of those games. Is there a cake joke in there? Oh, I don't know. We should find one, shouldn't we? See if we can find a cake joke. Or like some writing on the wall that just says she's watching or something like that.
How many subjects have to die before you decide to build a dedicated autopsy room?
Oh, that's a good point, Nyoka. That's a good point. Things are getting a bit friggin' dicey when you've got a dedicated autopsy room. Decapitated and stuff. None of this is nice. That's a claw rake. You know what? I'm going to leave the claw rake. You can keep your claw rake. Oh, this is a lot of test subjects. Oh, this is a lot of test subjects. Oh, now we're going down the trash chute. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Right. Oh.
See no more. I can't take this.
You're right, Provide. You need a cuddle.
But why? Why? Who does this? What kind of monsters ran this place?
Do you need a cuddle? Should we have a group hug? Is this all getting a bit traumatic for us? Do we need to have like a group hug and we can just talk about kittens and bunny rabbits for a minute? You make things seem like, you know, a bit nicer. We can do that. So what? They were sending bodies down here to go in there, were they? To be like incinerated. I mean, Christ almighty. Oh, and then we've got flashing screens again where, you know, things are thingying. Oh my god, they were being crushed into cubes. Oh, right, now, if this isn't a No One Lives Forever joke. Come on. You remember the Cube Crusher thing from No One Lives Forever 2? This could be a No One Lives Forever 2 reference for all we know. Because they have literally crushed them into cubes. Just like, oh shit. Just like they did with... Or, it could be a companion cube reference. If we're going with the Portal theme. I bet it's a companion cube reference. Wow. I often think... You know how couples sometimes get matching tattoos? I feel like if I was ever in like a long-term relationship type kind of situation, which I sort of, you know, assumed was going to last forever to the point where I was going to get a matching tattoo, I feel like companion cube tattoos would be like quite cute. Don't you think? I always think that would be quite cute as an idea. Not even as a couple thing, just as like a friend kind of thing. Get matching tattoos with your mates. I think companion cube tattoos would be so cool. Do you not think that's a really cute idea? Somebody must have done that. Somebody must. I can't be the first person to have thought of that. I think we're turning them into horrific companion cubes. Went and came back. Did you miss a group hug? You missed a group hug, Welsh friend. Christ, she wasn't here for the group hug. How And then this is back into here. See, I'm determined to find a cake joke now. There must be a cake joke somewhere in this facility. We've had companion cube reference, and then we've had what was the other one? Oh, when life gives you lemons. We've had that. There must be a cake reference somewhere. There has to be. Might have been hidden on another terminal that I didn't read properly or something. There will be one. I swear to God there'll be one. There must be. Oh, this is awful. Why were they turning them into cubes? What were they doing with them? Were they going to build like a fairy castle or something? You know how the tooth fairy is supposed to build castles out of teeth? Which I always thought was a bit horrific. That you know, that idea that the tooth fairy takes your teeth and then builds castles out with them. That's a bit creepy, isn't it? But you know, what have we got? Incoming messages. I don't want to play anymore. Let's just do our jobs, okay? Okay. That's a bit disturbing. What was the outgoing messages? Alright, my 10 bits are on 52F. I know what you're thinking, he's so skinny and that's got to be bad odds, but I'm a gambling man, Victoria, and I've got an eye for this now. What do you think? Oh, they were betting on who they thought was going to survive and shit. Oh, that's messed up as fucking shit, that. Okay. No, I'm talking about the subjects, Vicky. I'm not talking about the subjects, Vicky. I'm talking about the numbers. I've been keeping track of how many bodies we process every day and every week, and the number fluctuates, but never too much. 1 and 3 and 2 and 5 and 1 and 1 and 2 and then 10. Just look at the chart I left on your desk. You can see for yourself that there's a pattern. One and 3 and 2 and 5 and 1 and 1 and 2 and then 10. Okay. Now I'm just confused. I mean, I was confused anyway, but... Cast of Avengers have group tats. Yeah, I love matching tattoos. Some people are just like, oh, matching tattoos. I love matching tattoos. Another thing, right? I mean, I know it's a bit weird when people get, like, people's names and stuff tattooed on them, because then, like, if the relationship goes sour, that's a problem. But I feel like if you've got matching tattoos of something like the companion cube or whatever, and then you break up, you can still keep the tattoo because, like, it's a part of your life. Like, it's a part of your life story. So, you know, that's not like, you know, but me and my friends keep planning on getting matching tattoos, but we can never decide what it is we want. We keep going through so many ideas, and in the group chat, we just keep throwing new ideas in there, and we're like, oh my fucking God, we're never actually going to be able to settle on anything. We're going to have, like, 5 matching tattoos or something like that. We've got too many ideas. Anyway. Okay. Now you're confused, Magpie. To be fair, I live in a permanent state of confusion. That's just what it's like being me. Just a permanent state of confusion. Ooh, supervisor. I'm determined to find a cake joke now. There must be one. There must be a cake joke somewhere. That's the when life gives you lemons one. Messages. Oh my Christ. Too many things to read. Right. This isn't about a few volunteers, Morley. Most of test group SC22A is already gone. Subject 17 is non-verbal, but we've had some luck using small amounts of the compound to coax them into the testing rooms. To be honest, some of the staff are starting to worry me too. It's not just that ghoul in disposal either. Weaver's convinced that the compound's getting into the ventilation system somehow. I've caught her scrubbing her hands raw at the washing stations. I've tried reciting our safety protocols to her, but it hasn't seemed to help. I'm starting to think she might not be wrong. Ooh. So they were all getting kind of high on the adrenatime and it was making them all go a bit fucking insane. Morley, pick out 2 of the deceased test subjects and whip up condolence letters. Something... what is that word? I have never seen that word before in my life. And Noble, feel free to invent next of kin if there are none on record. Use the cheap paper. For fuck's sake. Leave the letters on my desk. I'll dispose of them shortly. Christ almighty. Okay. Outgoing messages. This notice is to inform all HIA staff that testing associate Angus Ruan is no longer a Spacer's Choice Pharmaceuticals employee, effective immediately. As valued members of the Spacer's Choice family, I trust that you will all pull together to shoulder Mr. Ruan's responsibilities in his place. Okay. And Dr. Blakesley, the missing test subject has been found and apprehended. Apparently he got into the testing department where he remained. I'm afraid nobody noticed for several hours. Hennessy had him doing paperwork. I think it's clear at this point that subject SC44B12 didn't get out on his own. As far as we can tell, he didn't have much of an escape plan. The door was simply unlocked for a short period of time during the night. In the meantime, I've made it clear to the security forces that no further breaches will be tolerated. Okay, and then archive messages. Morley, how do I delete this message? Clarence, the latest test results are in. As you hoped, you'll find that in the the latest results are in. As you hoped, you'll find that the violent cases now account for a smaller overall percentage of the testing pool. I expect that will change in about 2 or 3 weeks, so you'd better get that report out to Goodfellow in a hurry. In the meantime, dosing all of the test subjects means that HIA is now in the business of generating aggressive psychotics. So if you could take 2 minutes out of your fundamentally pointless existence to somehow make it clear to Mr. Goodfellow that I need an update on those resources I requested, as well as the matter for additional security, increased oversight at Chem, or any kind of explanation for what the fuck. Okay. And then how do I delete this message? So we never sent it. So, I just feel like they all knew it was going to shit and there was nothing any of them felt that they could do about it. Like, they all knew it was a disaster, but they were being pushed by the higher ups to just make it work. Which happens in real life as well, sadly. Oh, have any of you ever watched the documentary on Netflix about the Apollo... which one was it? The one that exploded. Was it Apollo 11? I can't remember which one. The one that exploded. There's a documentary about it on Netflix. It was one of the best things I've ever watched in my entire life. But it's very clever the way they do it. Because it's however many episodes long, like 6 or something like that. And they start with, like, all the astronauts that went up in the rocket, right? And, like, start, like, from right early in their life to, like, how they became astronauts, right? And it goes through all of their life stories. And then, like, the project itself and, you know, all of the training they went through, right? And it takes you through all of this for however many episodes, right? And you really get to know them, and you get to know them through their family members and stuff. And you almost forget that, like, the rocket exploded, and then, like, the last or the second last episode or something like that, near the end, the episode opens with, like, the actual the takeoff. It's like takeoff day, and it's all like what was happening on takeoff day, and it's all kind of exciting, and you can feel the buzz and everything, and then they show you the takeoff, and the rocket explodes. And it's such a weird moment, because, like...
Where are we headed?
You know that the rocket exploded. Like, it happened years ago. We all know that the rocket exploded. But the way the documentary is done, they don't mention it up until that point, and they put so much work into, like, you getting to know the astronauts and getting to know, like, the project and all of the build-up towards it, and they never mention the fact that it exploded, and it's like a proper moment when you're watching it and it explodes and you kind of go, oh shit, and, like, all of these people that you've spent the whole documentary getting to know, and it's like, it's proper moving, but then it goes into, like, what was going on behind the scenes and how it ended up happening. And what is so heartbreaking is that, like, the engineers all knew it was going to happen, but they couldn't make the bosses listen to them. And it is, because they had a few of the engineers on actually, like, being interviewed and stuff, and then they had like the daughter of one of the engineers being interviewed talking about like how her dad reacted to it. And it's the most heartbreaking thing because they knew it was going to happen, but they couldn't make anybody listen to them because the bosses didn't want to actually look into it properly because it would like cost them more money. But they knew it was going to happen, and there was nothing they could do. And honestly, it is a great documentary. I've watched it about 3 times. It is proper good documentary. I highly recommend it. But it's very, yes, it was very, very clever the way they put it together. Anyway. The one in the 80s, yes, the one who had the school teacher on it, or which had the school teacher on it. That one. I think it was the one in the 80s. Yeah, it would have been. Yeah, it would have been. Yeah. Yes, it had the school teacher who like won a competition or something to get on or something like that. It had that one. Honestly, it is a brilliant documentary. I highly recommend it. Sorry, I'm just reading the chat. '80s was the Challenger disaster. Was that it then? I need to Google it now. It's. Oh shit! I'll be back with you in a minute, Titwillow. Apollo 13, is that it? Apollo 13 mission in 1970. Is that the one? No, that's the fucking moon landing, isn't it? I mean, the moon landing wasn't in 1970. Hang on. There's been a lot of fucking space disasters, hasn't there? It's almost like the whole going into space thing is like really difficult and you know, dangerous. Is it Challenger then? I think it's the Challenger one.
Wonder what Junlei is up to.
Oh, Pavati, stop talking about Junlei. Christ almighty. Yes, that's the one, the Challenger one. That's the one. It's a fucking brilliant documentary. It's absolutely flipping brilliant. Absolutely flipping brilliant. Oh, I was Googling and Welsh Friend had already Googled. Oh, I'm sorry, Welsh Friend. I took your job from you. Oh, Welsh Friend, man. But you know, it was bothering me. I needed to do it myself. I needed to. Right, okay.
Did you enjoy the show? I didn't. You should have left Gorgon in its grave, where it belongs. Now I'm afraid I have to find a more permanent way to put you down. It's a good thing then that I finally figured out what you're after. I'll see you soon, little weasel.
This is sick. I can't bear it any longer.
Oh, I hope so. I can finally put a bullet in this asshole once and for all.
So we've all figured out who the mysterious voice is, right? Right? I mean, it's not difficult to figure out who the mysterious voice is. And I to this day, I don't understand, like, why you want to keep Gorgon hidden away. Like, surely you should tell everybody what happened. It was a fucking travesty. Dear Sir and or Madam, the notice is to acknowledge payment in full of all funeral expenses pertaining to Henry Blakesley. Enclosed you will find an invoice for receipt, handling and delivery fees, as well as a witness statement as to exemplary loveliness of the eulogy, Spacer's Choice offers its condolences as well as congratulations for your unflagging work ethic. Because Marion Blakesley was the one who ran the place, so Henry Blakesley, presumably a relative. Interesting. The documentary about the crushed submarine is horrific. I haven't watched that one. I didn't want to watch that one. I think, I don't know. I have quite bad fears of water and drowning generally, and I feel like it's not one I would be able to handle. I mean, I'm not squeamish. I'm pretty good at watching like horrific things, but stuff that involves terrible things happening at sea, I'm not great with. I feel like, I mean, you know, when that happened, even like reading the news reports of it, I was like, oh, I can't deal with this. Nah, can't be doing with it. What I love about these live streams, right, is so Fred comments about the documentary about the crushed submarine, right, and how horrific it is, right, because we're talking about horrific documentaries, right, and then follows it up with Titwillow looks sexy in those shots. Doesn't she just? That's just the tone of this live stream, of all my live streams. Like, really serious conversations about serious things, followed up by just like, you know, Titwillow looking sexy. Right. Override synthesis and manufacturing center lockdown. There we go. Everything's done.
Yes. I never imagined. I'd always heard the corporations treated their workers poorly, but this... It's like they were sprats. Caged up little experiments.
Okay. What they did was inexcusable. That's all seems like what you expect. They must have had a reason for this. Or just got to get it. Yeah, what they did was inexcusable.
All this cruelty done to regular working folks without even a shred of regret. And what's dogging me is... why?
They knew. They knew what Adrena time would do. Fuck, Captain. Marauders are half the reason Monarch's gone to shit.
Yes. I can't believe they did this.
I'm fucking mad, Captain. Someone's gotta be. That journal better hold the key to the eternal equation, or Minnie's name's gonna have stains on it till the end of time.
Okay. There's only one way to find out where this leads. That's a totally sort of protagonist thing to say. Okay. There's some Adrena time. I don't know why I'm picking up all of this Adrena time. Like, you know, we should be burning it. But anyway. Yeah. So, I feel like there was possible. I mean, I can't remember all of the details, but I feel like there must have been an ulterior motive. Like, they're saying that they were developing Adrena time to make people more effective, like it was basically like a kind of cocaine to just make people not have to sleep as much and give them more energy and things. I feel like there must have been an ulterior motive. I mean, the tests and things that they were doing don't account for that. I feel like, what, were you trying to turn them into like programmable, like, drones or something like that? That almost feels more like what they were trying to do. Like, they were trying to, like, you know, make mindless drones who would just respond to any order. That's maybe what they were trying to do.
What they did here? I ain't ever gonna shake this.
Okay. So... Still didn't find a cake joke. There must be a cake joke hidden somewhere. There must be. I mean, come on. The Human Auditing and Inquiry Facility is a dedicated research facility and houses a considerable quantity of hazardous materials, machinery and personnel. As such, no external visitors are to be permitted at any time, absent express written permission from HIA testing supervisor Dr. Marion Blakesley. If you suspect a visitor does not have the appropriate credentials, please observe the following protocol. Stay calm. Notify nearby security personnel of your suspicions. Wait for security personnel and or equipment to finish deposing of the visitor. Complete an incident report per official guidelines. Remember to use Spacer's Choice approved formatting and language. At no point should you leave your workstation unattended. Leaving your workstation unattended will be considered a severe security breach and may result in a fine and or summary termination of your employment with Spacer's Choice. Your supervisor has posted the following addendums. Right, that's the official shit. If we do get visitors, inform me at once if they're from other departments. If it's Dr. Ambrose, don't get in her way, but log her every move. If it's Clarence Mosley, keep him at reception. I'll come down in person to see this law-given miracle for myself. If just below or anyone else from Chem turns up, let them steer at reception. I'll send Assistant Morley down eventually. Okay. Oh, we've got messages. There's time for a cake joke. HIA is on lockdown until further notice. Do not let anyone into the facility until the escaped volunteers are located. I'm going to check volunteer induction for any sign of our fugitives. If you receive any keycard access notifications in the next 20 minutes, ignore them. Interesting. Well, no cake joke, but you know, maybe it was hidden somewhere. I feel like there must be one. I mean, come on, there must be. There must be. Howie, this is screaming Paul. Anyway. Just thought it was time to order curry. Magpie has totally disrupted me. Wrong day, wrong time. I know, right? Did you forget to order curry yesterday? That would be hilarious. The Wimbledon final will be starting in 45 minutes. Anybody been watching Wimbledon? I've quite enjoyed it this year. I think last year it was a bit disappointing, but this year it's been a lot of really good matches. Really enjoyed it. That's why I didn't end up making the live stream highlights video for last week's live stream yet. Because I was watching Wimbledon. The women's final was a bit sad. Yeah, she lost 6-love, 6-love. It was quite heartbreaking. I was really sad for her. The American one, I can't remember her name, Amanda something. I really liked her. I'd followed her through the whole tournament. I really liked her, and she just completely like fell apart, and she lost 6-love, 6-love. It was really sad.
You see a comic anywhere in all this mess?
What? The mess of Peril on Gorgon? Birdie, Lord damn it, Birdie, what I tell you about pestering Maurice? He's not interested. If you scare him off the project, you're gone. I don't care if you're my kid's sister. We need his research. We don't need you. Got it? Good. I took a look at the preliminary schedule you sent over. You got all the tasks tracked, but the timing is off. For one thing, you have me finishing the metal casing fabrication after the package is supposed to be complete. Find me at my workstation in the mines near OCI. When you get off shift, I'll go over the rest of my criticisms in personal by the marvellous moustache of Excelsior. Ah! How long do we have to keep saying that? It's ridiculous. This is the secret organisation thing. I needed to find clues. I can't remember what I was finding clues for. Like, I don't know, password or something? There's a comic book. Yeah, I love Wimbledon. I love Wimbledon. And I, whenever Wimbledon is on, I always get really into it, and I always say I'm going to follow tennis like all year round, and then I never do. I've watched the US Open once or twice. I sometimes watch Roland Garros, but I don't like watching them play on clay as much. I don't know why. I just don't enjoy that as much. And I think nothing quite has the magic of Wimbledon, I think. Like, Wimbledon is just so... Oh. And then you watch the US Open, and it's a bit... I don't know. It's a bit more dramatic, I think. I think they make it a lot more kind of... I don't know. Wimbledon's very, like, civilised. The US Open's more like a rock concert. Anyway, I do enjoy the US Open, though. I think it is. It's my second favourite one of all the Grand Slams. I don't like the Australian Open. I don't like that one at all. Anyway, I think the crowd is never as nice as what it is at Wimbledon, is it? I don't like it when the crowd, like, boos people and jeers at them and things like that. And that never happens at Wimbledon, like, ever. The crowd are always, like, lovely. Anyway, a comic from the cult classic Ace Exterminator series tragically cancelled after its brief 4-issue run. Scribbled in felt tip on the comic's spine is the word "and." After pacifying the canid threat, rejuvenated hero Archibald Excelsior is deployed to the subterranean metropolis of Hephaestus to quell the rise of super-villainous a cappella band The Sprat Pack when a new foe arrives to stop him. Buff Hardman! even say that. Buff Hardman, acquisitions agent of Super Dark Reclamation, will stop at nothing to acquire Hephaestus Mining's productive corporate enclave for his shadowy shipping concern. When Excelsior interferes with Hardman's plans to mind control the Sprat Pack, Hardman turns his dastardly mind control ray on Excelsior. Will our mustached hero free his mind from Hardman's power with his newly healed heart intact? Wow. Okay. Do you have any favourite male players? Ooh, what, like ones who are currently playing at the minute or like of all time? Because I was always a Djokovic fan. I've always loved Djokovic. I'm more into the women's game though. Like it was Petra Kvitova's last ever Wimbledon this year, and I saw like her last ever match, and I always loved Petra Kvitova. She was always like my favourite. I just think she's just so like lovely. Yeah. She's sort of, I think she's like the last of like the old guard who are still in the women's game. Of like all of the big players who were in their prime when I first got into watching tennis. Sort of like, you know, Venus and Serena and all that. Actually, to be fair, I think Venus Williams is my favourite tennis player of all time. I always loved watching Venus. I think she's just like, she's got such a sophistication about her. Like, she's so elegant and calm. And just like, I don't know, she's just like, she could be like an empress or something. She's got that like regal quality about her. I always loved watching Venus. She's probably like my favourite tennis player of all time. I've already read that, haven't I? Yes. There's a character called Die Hard Man in Death Stranding. Wow. I've never played Death Stranding. I've watched some Let's Plays of it and thought it looked silly. But not silly in a good way, just silly in a silly way. Just silly like, oh, that looks a bit silly. You know when something takes itself too seriously and it becomes just silly? That kind of silly. But not in a sort of, like a kind of silly I felt I could laugh at. Anyway. Favourite of all time has to be Agassi. Well, you see, that was a bit before my time. I wish the women played 5 sets. I think that would be cool, because a 5-setter can be quite dramatic. Is that where I'm supposed to be going? No, that's where I've just been. If you were actually focusing on the game rather than just talking about tennis and Netflix documentaries and the weather and whatever else we've been talking about. Honestly, Magpie. Then you would be like a proper streamer and that would be really boring. Like, you know, don't want to be dealing with that, do we? I think we've already been in here. I'm sure I remember coming in here, and everything's empty. So we've already been in here. So where are we going now? We're going to the terminal. Okay, let's see what side quest we've got going on. That's all the clues. I feel like we can do that after the main mission's finished. You can still come back to Gulkin after the main mission's finished, can't you? Probably. So, oh my god, there's a lot of phonographs. Right, so we need to get the one in the ravine. Although apparently we found all the portable phonographs Roscoe needed to complete his employment contract. He can return them to him at the Sprat Shack. But apparently there's another one. Georgie hid a phonograph in a locker at the garbage processing office in the chemical waste ravine. Oh, we've already been there, haven't we? I'm sure we've already been to the chemical waste ravine. Is the chemical waste ravine, like, marked? That would be... This was the chemical waste ravine, right? I mean, I'm just assuming that because it's a ravine and it had chemical waste in it. I mean, you know, I don't know for certain. Elevator, crashed ship. Transmission tower alpha, secret hideout. Birdie's research site. Collapsed stoke transport. But what if I actually mark it as a quest? That would be a clever idea. And then I'll have quest markers. So that's the Sprout Shack. Yeah, it's there. So if I fast travel. Sorry, I'm reading the chat. Yeah, I do wish the women played 5 sets. I wonder if there's actually a genuine, like, logical reason why they don't play 5 sets. Like, do women genuinely not have as much stamina? Because that's, like, entirely possible. Because the men only play 5 sets in Grand Slams, don't they? I don't think they do in normal tournaments. Because I sometimes watch Queens before Wimbledon comes on, and they only play 3 sets there, I think. And I mean, there are genuine differences in, like, women's stamina levels and things like that, and athletic levels and things like that. I mean, you can tell just if you watch a men's football match and then you watch a women's football match, you can tell the difference. It is staggering. Like, I mean, I have a friend who's really into football, but she says she can't watch the women's matches because it annoys her how slow they are. And like, they are much slower, like running across, like just if you just watch them side by side, the women's game is like so much slower because, you know, women just can't run as fast, you know, not when you get to like top level athletes anyway. So, you know, it is entirely possible that there is like a genuine logical reason why the women only play 3 sets. Because usually when the argument comes up that, like, it's not fair that men play 5 but women play 3, usually the argument is that men should only have to play 3 as well. A lot of people say that. The men shouldn't have to play 5 sets. But I'm like, no, I want the women to play 5 sets. It would be so much more entertaining. How the fuck do I get to this place? I think I have to go this way. Oh, hello! I thought you were dead! I was gonna go and try and loot you, but you were just sleeping. That's almighty. Right, okay, that's fine. This is all fine. Everything's good. Everything's dandy. Sorry, I was thinking about tennis. Oh, hang on. I need a heal. I need a heal. I need a heal. I need a heal. Nyoka, can you do your thing, please? Mostly just because you look sexy when you're doing it. There we go. Hey, there we go. It used to be 3 sets because in the 1800s it wasn't considered attractive for women to exert themselves. Yeah. I think one of the reasons anyway that they've kept it is just because, like, if the women all played 5 sets, there maybe wouldn't be enough time to get all the matches done. I think that's one of the sort of big things, which is I think why people say the men should only have to play 3 sets. But like 5 set matches, if it's a good match, 5 set matches are so much more entertaining than 3 set matches. If it's a boring match, then they're more boring because you have to sit through it for longer. And tennis is weird. I always find like tennis, it's either like a really good entertaining match or it's a really dull match. There isn't much in between, is there? But yeah. Also, I think it's kind of not fair because it means the men like get an extra chance to pull it round. I mean, I know it's not often that somebody will lose the first 2 sets and then win the match, but it has happened. And like if you were playing a 3 set match, then you would lose that match, but you've got the extra chance to pull it around. And that's always like the best tennis matches, isn't it? When the one who's losing suddenly manages to pull out something amazing. And there's more opportunity for that in a 5-set. It's more nail biting. Oh wow, this is exciting. Hello.
Tell me about the production of adrenatime, Dr. Ambrose. I hear Compound X is a unique challenge to work with. It's temperamental. It must be refined under tightly controlled circumstances at tremendously low temperatures. Do you compound it with anything else? Tell me more about your refining process. Our audience is conversant in the sciences, very detail-oriented, so don't be afraid to get technical. Last time I met you, you spoke like a groundbreaker builder sprat. Why the sudden airs and such specific questions? Does your minder know what you're up to? Does he suspect you're a spy? Pardon me.
Interesting. Okay. So, ooh, there's a piano. How sophisticated? Right. So, anything that we want? Not really. Okay, so now we've got all the interviews, including, I think, secret ones that he didn't know about. Garbage processing log. Day 1, first day on the new job. I can't believe this. What a joy to be here. What a sudden and complete surprise to be promoted to head garbage processing officer. It would be nice if there were another officer here to teach me the job, but I guess he fell into the feed chute last week. I've made a note not to do this. Day 2, I'm starting by reading all available notation regarding the trash compactor. If Spacer's Choice believes that I, a humble chemist, am suited to such lofty work, then I will do my best to succeed at it. Unfortunately, the operating manual for the compactor is covered in bloodstains, which does make it difficult to understand. I can't tell if he's being sarcastic or not. Day 3, compactor was making weird noises today. I thought it was a problem with the compression chamber, so I spent most of the afternoon troubleshooting with the manual. Turns out a sprat had gotten into the hopper. Day 5, emergency stop does not work. Day 8, my arms are killing me and my back, and let's see, yep, my shoulders, most of me aches. I thought this was supposed to get easier. Guess I'm not used to physical labour yet. I'm seriously considering microdosing with adrenatime. Don't microdose with adrenatime! Maybe once they've gotten a few more of the kinks sorted out, assuming the idiots over the chem lab have stopped bickering long enough to do their jobs. Day 19, what am I even doing here? I'm a chemist for Lord's sake. I don't know how any of this works. I'm surprised I have both arms left. Not that anyone else ever comes by the shack to notice. Day 33, I don't know why I'm bothering with the log. No one's going to read it. No one has any intention of reading it. It's pen and paper. They could at least pretend to give a flying fish sticks and give me a data log. This is sprat shit. Day 52. Today I compacted a marauder's corpse into a tiny cube of meat just to see what it would look like. I should have felt disgusted, but when I looked at the end result I didn't feel a thing. Day 76. Is there something I meant to do to maintain the machine? Maybe oil it or something? Day 100. What a milestone. Day 101. Made a game out of lobbing sprats into the compactor's hopper. Gave myself extra points for the live ones. What have I become? Day 140. I wonder... Ooh, hang on. I wonder what it would look like to run a mantis swarm through the feed chute. What would it look like all crushed down into a tiny cube? Day 183, got a message from the mine to come out and clean up some kind of cargo rail accident. Had to trek all the way out there just to tell them I don't deal with fluids. Morons. Day 211. Here's me at my lowest. I've been picking out the most hazardous trash I can find, and I'm saving it up to do something nasty to Clarence's place. Need to figure out which room is his. Day 231. What if I just dove in there? Lord, that would hurt. Imagine how slowly and painfully it would crush my body down into juice and meat and shards of bone. Day 269. The mine crew is still after me to clean up their little accident, like I'm not up to my ears in garbage out here. Bodily fluids are outside my wheelhouse. Any bodily fluids from compressing organic material are just incidental. Day 175. I'm done with this log. I'm done with everything. Maybe I'll let the garbage pile up forever. Maybe it'll pile up so high it'll spill across the canyon and drown everything and everyone. I can only hope. Wow. Okay. So, I'll pick up some heavy ammo. I wonder what happened to him. Well, he's not here, whoever he is. He probably turned into a marauder, I imagine. Right, okay. So. Are you going to watch the final at 4? Well, if we go for 4 hours, then the live stream will end at 5. But I should be able to just like watch it from the beginning, so I'll be like an hour behind. But I might take a peek at the scores to see if it looks like a good match. It should be a good match between Alcaraz and Sinner, shouldn't it? But you know, just on the off chance that it's not a good match. Why have I got 2 things on my map? Okay, wait a minute, right. So you found all the portable phonographs Roscoe needed to complete his employment contract. You can return them to him at the Sprat Shack. A woman named Georgie asked Roscoe to deliver the portable phonographs to her personal automech near Stella Freighting. Yes, I do remember something about that. So he asked me to get like 4 phonographs of interviews that he had with Dr. Ambrose. But then his assistant Georgie was doing her own follow-up interview, which I think he didn't know about. And she wants those delivered to her automech. I don't know if she's still alive though, like I don't know what happened to her. But we'll go to her automech first, I think. Head garbage processing officer is presumably a top job at EA. Oh, we look sexy in a nice red glow, don't we? Look at us. Sexy and chic, that's us. We run out of conversation topics. I feel like we've been through a lot. We've only been going 2.5 hours, you know. I feel like this feels like a long live stream. Or I think it's just because we've covered so many topics. Even by our standards. Where am I going? Do I need to be up top? No, I'm just going to fast travel. I can't fast travel while near hostiles. What hostiles am I near? Oh, there's well, fine. Go over this way so we're not near hostiles. Right, we're not near hostiles, game. Oh shit. Now will you let me fast travel? Yes, I'll fast travel to the Sprat Shack exterior. We'll go to the automech first. Oh, I remember this automech. I remember seeing this automech and being like, is there something I can do with that automech? Can I get to the automech? I can get to the automech. Hello, automech.
This unit is currently in wait cycle. Please return later.
Kick the automech, leave the automech alone. Oh!
Have a better than natural day.
Do I have to do something? Is there a terminal? Do I have to go and talk to Roscoe first? I have to go and talk to Roscoe first. Oh, there's a thing I can pick open. I love things that I can pick open. They're so much better than things that I can't pick open. I'll go and talk to Roscoe first then. I'll drop a quick save just in case. Oh, look how sexy the Unreliable looks. Oh, you're so sexy. You're so sexy, my beautiful ship. I wonder what your ship's going to be in the Outer Worlds too. Do we know that yet? I haven't sort of watched any of the stuff about it. I'm never up to date on things like that, mostly just because I can't be bothered. I can't be bothered to stay up to date on things. Like reading news and stuff, you just think, oh, can't be bothered. Can't be bothered to go and find spoilers. Doing a little dance around my companions. Whee! Right. So he's upstairs. Where are the stairs? There are the stairs. Roscoe, old buddy, old chum, old pal.
Hey, there you are. Been wondering how you were doing. Did you manage to find those recordings?
Yes.
Well, I'll be damned. Now I can finally get off this rock and go home. I know it's not much, but take the last of my bits. You've earned every single one, friend.
Ah. But I failed the deliver them to Georgie one. So I must have only been able to pick one then. But since I'm only vaguely aware of what's actually going on, I don't feel like I was able to make an informed choice. Right, did you know Georgie was interviewing Olivia Ambrose on her own?
She couldn't have been. We were together all the time. Except, oh shit, my weekly calls with headquarters. What could she even want to ask Olivia Ambrose about? Doesn't make sense.
Production details, ratios and measurements, ingredients, that sort of thing.
Good fucking law. Headquarters would kill me if they knew. Right after they killed her. Hell, being stuck here might have been the only thing keeping me alive.
Okay, was there something going on between you and Georgie? That's an odd conclusion to jump to, but okay.
No, I mean, I don't know. Sometimes it seemed like there could be, when we were servicing the phonographs, or sharing a beer, but who'd be interested in some forgotten old bastard like me?
Unbelievable, you are her boss. Charm, I can see the appeal. I'm not charming enough. It takes all kinds. Good question, Richard. Okay, it takes all kinds.
Sure, yeah. My ma used to say the same thing. And anyway, unauthorized fraternization between employees is illegal. But that's all you need to know about my dire love life, I think. Any other horrible truths you want to reveal to me? Or can I get back to my drinking? Listen, I appreciate you telling me what happened with those recordings, but I need some time to think. Got a lot to process.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. See you around.
I think the general, what's the word I'm looking for? Gist? We'll go gist. I think the general gist of this is that, like, Georgie was maybe a spy who was trying to, like, get information about Adrena Time that they weren't supposed to be getting.
In the old days, I felt like I was part of...
Because I feel like they were just supposed to be reporting what they were supposed to be reporting, which was, like, not all of, like, the horrible, awful things that Adrena Time was doing. Which is why, when Ambrose started talking about all of the awful things that Adrena Time was doing, he shut the recording off, but then Georgie went back and interviewed her on her own. You see? I think that's what was going on. That's probably what was going on. I don't know why I couldn't give them to the automech though. Apparently I just couldn't. Maybe I should have kicked it. Right, okay, so that's the clues one. Red tape of command, find the journal. Ooh, or how long have we got left for this live stream? Like an hour and 15 minutes. Fuck it, we'll go and do the main one. Ooh, that's a big drop. That's a big drop. I was just going to fling myself off there. Lift. Go down faster. Go down faster. Go down faster. Whee! Right. So, we need to head all the way over there. Should we just fast travel? There's too many friggin' marauders and shit between me and there. We'll just fast travel. It's fine.
This can't be worse than anything we already seen, right?
Party!
About damn time. Let's find that journal. I want off this fucking rock.
I feel like it can always get worse. Right. Unsealed door. Access to the upper levels is currently unrestricted for authorized personnel. Please be sure to check each employee's credentials before unsealing the main entrance. Okay. Let's go and find some answers. Answers that we probably won't understand because we've only been half following the story. Oh dear. Okay. This is very fancy. There's a robot called Pam, surrounded by dead bodies. We'll maybe try not to upset Pam. Hello, Pam. Oh, fucking hell, look at this place. Jesus bloody Christ. Hi. Hello.
Welcome to the Adrena Time Synthesis and Manufacturing Center, brought to you by Spacer's Choice. This productivity automechanical unit is at your disposal. Its normal duties involve the management of legacy operations analytics. However, due to the promotion, demotion, death, or injury to other managers of this facility, this unit is now the acting manager of the following departments: reception, human resources, accounting, technical support, manufacturing, distribution, security. Please direct any questions about those departments to Pam. Answers not guaranteed.
I think it's very cute that she's got lipstick drawn on her. That is adorable. And I like the little bow tie. That's very cute as well. Okay. You're the only one here. That'll make this easy.
According to this facility's hierarchy, there are 0 acting managers at this Spacer's Choice facility. Not to worry. If a middle manager cannot immediately be replaced, Pam can safely oversee 3.176 departments. When you're in a productivity pinch, Pam can pick up the pieces. Uh-oh. It looks like there are intruders in this facility. Protocol recommends speaking to the head of facility security right away.
Okay, but you're the head of security, right? Right, you're the head of security.
Did you know that keeping your workers alive boosts productivity? That's why every PAM unit comes equipped with the latest Spacer's Choice weaponry. When PAM's emergency combat protocols are activated, your investments are sure to be protected. Warning: due to power consumption, combat protocols cannot be activated when PAM's power is below 73% without deactivating managerial processes. Spacer's Choice policy dictates that managerial processes take priority. This unit's power rating is 57%.
Okay, right, how can I recharge you?
Hate messing with tangled cables or confusing batteries? With PAM, you'll never have to. Just pop in a Firefly brand industrial strength battery and PAM's ready to go. Out of batteries and need productivity now? No problem. Just hook Pam's power source up to another automechanical and Pam will get your employees back in line in no time.
Okay, presumably if I had Sam with me, we could do that. We could hook Sam up to Pam and they could become Sam and Pam. Okay, can you override that behavior?
PAM is fully customizable to fit your preferred management style. With the correct override codes, you can alter any of PAM's behaviors at will. Some limitations apply. Spacer's Choice does not accept legal responsibility for any injuries or traumas sustained after altering PAM's behaviors. See manual for details.
Okay, well let's give it a shot anyway.
Emergency combat protocols cannot be engaged at less than 73% power without proper authorization. Please ensure that this unit is fully charged, or present your override password.
Override code, fuck you. Do what I want. Pavati, I think you can find it override. Yeah, go on, Pavati.
I could give it a shot. Let me just... Okay. Weird way to do that, but there ain't no accounting for cents. There we go. All I had to do was convince this old girl here that 73% was the new 100%. Easy as salt tuna and sawdust pie.
This unit's power rating is 100%. Great! Emergency combat protocols are now available. Error: employee's biometric ID does not match this unit's designated manager.
Oh dear.
Proceeding with verbal management test. Pretend that this PAM unit is one of your employees who's been working long hours. What would you say to give them an extra pep pill in their step?
Okay. My god. Lie, that promotion's right around the corner. Keep putting in those hours. Inspiration, if you could come in 5 hours early tomorrow, that'd be great. Persuade, keep working late. I've served 3 pep pills and sprout worst after hours. You're giving me a test for the trouble network. I mean, these are all checks, so presumably any one of them will work, right? Presumably any one of them will work. Right. I could go with the line one.
Pam is equipped to talk about your career goals. On average, employees managed by Pam units go from assistant to associate roles in 15 years or less.
Wow.
My door is always open, unless I'm recharging. Verbal management test complete. Result. Employee is a Spacer's Choice manager. 94% certainty. Engaging emergency combat protocols. Stand by.
Well, that was my favourite quest in a game ever. Right, okay, so Pam's gonna go off and kill people for me. That's great. You go and do your thing, Pam. Look at her go. There we go. We'll see how long she lasts. Oh, wow, look. Oh, man, look at the giant Moon Man statue. I want a giant Moon Man statue. So you can just see Matt running around in the background. I want a giant Moon Man statue. I also have a level up, so we'll deal with that. We're going to go for inspiration, aren't we? Put something to inspiration and we'll apply that. I accept. And then perks. Ooh, what do we fancy? Ooh, companion ability cooldowns for each of your kills. I mean, now that I've actually remembered that my companions have abilities. Your next attack after killing an enemy is guaranteed critical hit. Well, critical hits heal me, so I feel like that would be a good one. We'll have that. Okay, so I've sent Pam off into the fray. See if she actually manages to do anything, because there's a lot of red on my map right now, Pam, and you don't seem to be doing anything about it. But hopefully that's all fine. Right, let's read this turn. Okay. Roseberry, sorry to bother you, but I lost my ID. Don't know how it happened. I have a very strict system for organising my desk. Someone probably took it. Can you deactivate it and get me a new one? Hey Rosemary, have you seen Fife around? Pam's old battery's having trouble holding a charge and all my spares keep disappearing. You know how it goes around here. If something's disappearing, Fife probably swiped it and put it in the facilities office like a trophy. Since your desk in the lobby isn't too far away from the facilities, I hope you may have spotted him on his way in or something. If you do, tell him Mike has 3 packs of Spacers Corona to trade for the industrial strength Firefly battery that disappeared last week. I'd appreciate it. That's presumably another way to get Pam to cooperate. I do hope she's not going to, like, lose power now that I convinced her she has more power than she actually does. But, you know.
If I didn't know better, I'd swear it was watching me.
It is watching
This is
you.
gonna haunt me later. I can already feel it.
But look at the giant adrenatine. Fucking hell, that's creepy. I think Pam's doing stuff. Pam? Is everything alright? Pam? I mean, the red things are still there. Still shooting going on. I think they killed Pam. I think they killed Pam. I don't think Pam did much work up there. That's alright. Okay. So, facilities office. That's bored. Ah, that's the energy cell that we could have used. But it chose not to. That's a thing you can pick up. Right, so I'll look at them, they're so cool. I mean, the fact that they're just cradling giant adrenotime syringes is creepy as fuck. But I think they're quite cool. Is this a door we can get through over here as well? I think Pam's dead. I think... Poor Pam. Ooh! Okay. There's dead marauders. Right. So, drop a quick save, because I feel like Pam has not cleared the way for us. I feel like there's bad things. Ooh. Well, this is a bit weird. Oh, these like... I was going to say these like cells or something where they kept people, but like that's a bit of a weird thing to have behind reception. Oh, look at that though. That's sexy as shit. That's sealed. What's that? 2 lower levels. Okay. Oh, that's pretty friggin' cool. Oh, that's so cool. If this was Dishonored, we'd have to like jump on one of them and ride it up. But it's not Dishonored, so we won't. Take the stairs like a boring person. That's a door we can't get through. So we'll keep going up. See if we can find Pam's corpse. Hello? Hello? To HR and accounting, which is odd. It's a thing we can pick open. Magpie rates everything on its sexiness. But what else am I going to rate things on? Sexiness is the only scale that matters. Technical support and restroom here first. I think the bathrooms in the Outer Worlds are weirdly large. Like, you don't need a space this big for a toilet and a sink. Like, how where? Honestly. Okay. Oh. Hello. Pam? Pam? Are you alive, Pam? Oh, that's a lot of red. Oh, Pam? I feel like Pam's not alive anymore. There's a marauder over here. I just go and do a bit of boopage. That was quite an exciting boop. Got it! Okay. Just the one. Pam might have managed to do some work in here then, because it's very rare you find just one marauder. Oh, Pam! You disappoint me, Pam! I had such high hopes for you. I went through a lot. I went through a lot to get you to help me. And, like, he didn't even clear the first bloody room out. Like, how? Honest. Just... I say, like, there's a bloody crack shot over here. She didn't even take out the crack shot. Like, come on. And there's more. Look how many friggin' marauders there are still alive. Like, Pam! Jesus! I love all the post-it notes. I find something very satisfying about lots of post-it notes stuck on a wall. I don't know what it is. Just something I like that. How cool is that? Oh, I love just things stuck on walls. I love things stuck on walls. Right, personal files. Okay. Tech support would like to remind all employees that this is not the messenger menu. Saving these files will not send a message to another Spacer's Choice employee, even if you saved it to a directory with the same name as said employee. Okay, auto mechanical repair. Well then, power siren. With the battery shortage, I need to find a way to recharge Pam in a pinch. Vargas and I have to divide up all the remaining batteries, and eventually even those won't hold much of a charge, at least not if you just plug it into the unit. Plug the unit into the wall as designed. Turns out those Spacer's Choice batteries actually only charge at half capacity if you use them as intended. I think it's planned obsolescence They want the batteries to wear out sooner, so folks buy more of them. Doesn't make much sense to do it to your own facilities, in my opinion, but what the fuck do I know? Anyway, I think I found a way to bypass it, at least on the biped models. If you take two similar units, link their power supplies, and initiate a surge from one unit to the other, it should force the battery to use its full capacity. Basically, I can double the lifespan of our batteries by having the units jumpstart each other. Not going to use it just yet, though. Always a chance that someone catches wind of it and they close the loophole, so I'd better save it for an emergency. Pam, weapons tuning. I cannot believe they gave Pam a damn N-ray cannon. She's got an N-ray cannon and she still didn't manage to take out all the marauders? Christ. Talk about overkill. There's not much in the known galaxy deadlier than N-ray radiation, and once it's let loose it's hard to contain. Most living things seem to give it off in microscopic doses, not enough to be harmful on its own, but enough to draw larger, deadlier masses of N-rays from one living thing to another within a certain radius, which means I need to take extra care to make sure Pam's cannon is tuned for maximum precision. If the barrel is even 1 degree out of alignment, you'd risk thousands of bits in collateral damage every time she fires it. And she still couldn't take out the fucking marauders. An N-ray cannon! An N-ray cannon! Maybe Pam died because she wasn't fully charged. I know, I was thinking that. Last week, a pair of technicians at my designated workplace fell into pretty bad row. There was a lot of seditious, yes, words used. I don't want to repeat them here. Management stepped in. I haven't seen them since. I don't think their indenturement contracts were nullified. Otherwise, I wouldn't have received a reprimand myself. I would have received a reprimand myself on account of having worked with terminated colleagues. They haven't been in their domiciles. They haven't been at their stations. I don't think they were fired. I think they deserted. Quitted, like, you know, in the normal world. I'm not going to share their names because I don't want that on my audit record. All I know is this: the office isn't working in the way it should. Dr. Ambrose is nervous, and when she's nervous, we are all nervous. Okay. Michael, one of my colleagues, disappeared 3 nights ago. She's been falling behind her deadlines and was medicating herself with AT. I was jealous of her work ethic, so I can't imagine what compelled her to just disappear. Frankly, I'm glad she was starting to make me look bad. There's something strange happening at the office and I don't know what to make of it. Nothing's going according to plan. Clarence mostly had a phrase he muttered now and then. The Bancroft coefficient is approaching. Apparently there's some fellow named Lucian Bancroft. If he's real, Dr. Ambrose answers to him. I think he's a cipher or a codename or something. Now, there was a Lucian, wasn't there? I remember reading messages from a Lucian, or about a Lucian, because I made a Dark Brotherhood joke. He was visiting the manor. He was visiting the manor house. Olivia Ambrose's diary. She was keeping the diary about like when Minnie was young. And she talked about a Lucian who visited the manor to try and convince Minnie to go and work on Gorgon, but her mother wouldn't allow it. Fred's confused. Do you recall Pam saying she was 100% charged? Yes, because Parvati had tricked her into thinking she was 100% charged. That's why she said she was 100% charged. Parvati had like rewired her to make her think that whatever percentage charge she was at was actually 100%. So she wasn't actually fully charged. Parvati just tricked her into thinking that she was by rewiring her. Anyway, I don't know how chaotic or messy a project has to be before that coefficient hits 1, but I know bad things will happen when Lucian Bancroft shows up. Contracts nullified, waste disposed, assets eliminated. I'll just keep my head down. Judith. Okay. This is getting more confusing. I feel like that is a lot of red. Jesus Christ. Yeah. I feel like I wouldn't necessarily be keeping on top of all of this even if I wasn't live streaming. I'm not very good at staying on top of things or understanding things, you know. Sometimes it fascinates me, you know, when you watch Many a True Nerd play video games, it fascinates me how much he genuinely just like keeps track of everything that's happening. And I'm like, how are you doing that? I can't even do that when I'm just playing on my own most of the time. Never mind when I'm recording a video or doing a live stream. Like, how are you keeping track of what is actually happening? Right, okay. Drop a quick save. There's a lot of red on my map right now, but I don't know if they're all in this room. I don't think they are. There's 3 that I can see. Hello. Whee! Oh, you dodged my boop. Like, we have talked about this. We have talked about not dodging a woman's boop. There was a bloody... You just hadn't noticed that we were here, which is hilarious. And then I got killed. That was less hilarious. I, you know, on my hilarious scale, that ranks pretty low, but okay. Right. Slow time power. Oh my god, Fred. It's like the grenade thing all over again, isn't it? You're going to have to just keep shouting it at me, and then when we get to the final battle, I will finally remember to use the slow down time ability. Oh man, I thought that was hilarious. All through the Dragon Age Origins playthrough, Fred kept shouting at me to use grenades, and I constantly forgot to use grenades. And then when we got to the end of the Awakening DLC, which was like the grand finale, and I had to fight the Broodmother, literally the only way I survived that fight was by throwing all my grenades at her. Like it was all I could do, because I think my companions were all dead, and all I could do was to throw grenades at her. It was the only way I survived, and I was like, oh my god. This is the culmination of the grenade story arc that has been going on for the entire series. All this time Fred has been shouting at me to use grenades, because in the final battle he knew I would need them. Anyway, right, okay, so let's try this again. So there's a robot hiding somewhere. I wonder if it's in the other room. Oh, it's there. You are hiding from me, you cheeky little bastard. And then I'll get Bugatti to do our stuff as well. See if you can take it out. Oh, you nearly took it out. You were close. There we go. So now I've got rid of you. Don't have to worry about you healing them up. Whoa! I just walked past you. Whee! Oh shit. There's a lot of them through there. Okay. Whoa! Okay. We just keep hitting him and knocking him slightly unconscious. That's fine. Okay. Yeah, you clobber him, Pavati. There we go. Oh, there's more. Of course there's more. There's always fucking more. Right. Come on. Fall over. Thank you. And I get the impression many a true nerd is very intelligent, says Welsh Friend. Thanks, Welsh Friend. How does he manage to understand the story when Magpie can't? Well, you see, he's actually got brains. Oh dear. Yes, he did study classics. He studied classics at Oxford, didn't he? I'm sure it was. Yeah, it was Oxford. He studied classics at. So yes, he is probably quite brainy. But you know, who wants to be intelligent? I mean, if I was like intelligent and knew what was going on, these live streams would not be half as entertaining. Imagine how boring that would be. I've learned to just embrace my stupidity. Oh dear. I mean, I listen to a lot of history podcasts. That's almost like studying classics at Oxford, right? He can read like Latin, I think, can't he? I'm sure he can. Something like that. You think, fucking hell, man. He can play friggin' what's it called, Crusader Kings, and actually have a vague idea of what's going on. Like, I tried to play Crusader Kings once. Actually, I should probably live stream Crusader Kings at some point, because me playing Crusader Kings is fucking hilarious. I just don't have a fucking clue what I'm doing. Right, okay, this was technical support. I still can't get into technical support. I've been in technical support. That's why Pam died. That's Pam's final resting place. Right, Right, okay. What am I doing? What am I doing? Printer broken. It's not broken, just out of paper, which I have to say is pretty damned amazing. How in the name of the grand plan did you manage to print 450 documents in a week? I mean, I feel like that's not much for a big company. Those can't all be transfer requests, can they? I know this project is well funded, but the head researcher must be even more famous than I thought if we're getting this many. Best Aaron. Right. Okay. Last warning. Colin, you know our policy, even if you do have proof that Mr. Putnam has been taking your lunch. Spacer's Choice disciplinary guidelines for theft only apply to Spacer's Choice property. You, your lunch, and Mr. Bootman will all constitute Spacer's Choice property. It is legally impossible for property to steal from itself. Well, that's an unfortunate legal loophole. Because if the employees are all considered property, and property can't steal from property, then if an employee steals something from the company, there's no way to discipline them. That's a hell of a loophole. Please note that an ability to protect your own source of nourishment will be reflected on your permanent record. If you cannot be trusted to guard your own sandwich, you cannot be trusted to guard classified information on behalf of Spacer's Choice. P.S. Please have those reports sorted on my desk before lunch. You're not in a junior position anymore, Colin. You can fake being intelligent, but you can't pretend to have common sense. I can promise you now, Davros, I could not fake being intelligent. I mean, I think I'm probably more intelligent than I come across. But I couldn't even probably fake the level of intelligent that I actually am. You know, yeah, even if I have an intelligent thought, it all gets filtered through my nonsense before it actually comes out of my mouth. So, you know. Is that another terminal over there that I can read? Spacer's Choice is aware of Dr. Lowe's eccentric habits. Yes, Dr. Lowe medicates himself with experimental drugs of his own design. No, we have not mentioned this flaw in Dr. Lowe's character in our exchange contract with Auntie Cleo. We believe that Dr. Lowe's behaviour is consistent with the values of our rival company. Dr. Lowe and Auntie Cleo are, in the opinion of Spacer's Choice, an ideal match. Both Dr. Lowe and Auntie Cleo company believe themselves to be better than nature. Please be informed that Auntie Cleo has generously offered at least 3 senior personnel in exchange for Dr. Lowe. It is Spacer Choice's company policy to accept any bargain in our favour. Oh, so they were trying to get rid of Lowe. Well, they did give him to Auntie Cleo because that's where we found him. Working for Auntie Cleo. This is like when you've got a really bad employee, but you give them a really good reference so that the other place will hire them just so that you can get rid of them. That's... yeah. Right. So... Michael, the office has reviewed your report of unlawful behaviour exhibited by certain colleagues at your designated workplace. We find the contents... Sorry, I just accidentally hit something on my laptop. We find the contents of your report alarming and inconsistent with the values and vision of the Spacer's Choice family. While it is the duty of every member of our family to report seditious and unlawful behaviour, it is important to express your report using appropriate company-approved language. Your description of violent outbursts and aggressive behaviour from your colleagues is problematic. Furthermore, the office disapproves of your obvious exaggerations of any physical injury sustained in your alleged altercations with your colleagues. Spacer's Choice is not liable or responsible for any injuries caused by Spacer's Choice property, including machinery or other co-workers. Your description of your colleagues' behaviour portrays Spacer's Choice in an unflattering light and will be stricken from any official record. Do not discuss, describe, or imply the contents of your report to your co-workers. Okay, so everybody was going a bit mad and attacking each other, is what I read from that. That's the cafeteria. Have I been in the cafeteria? I can't remember if I've been in the cafeteria. But what's her name's journal is just over there. Did I come from here? I might have come from here. Do you know what? I have literally no idea. There's a dead marauder over there. I'm assuming that means I killed him. Probably... I don't bloody know. Right. Let's just go up here.
Watch your hands, Captain. Be a bad time to lose them. Well, I guess any time would be a bad time, but... especially now.
Okay. Oh, that's a cheerful sign. I think that means there's bad things. I mean, yeah. Ooh, ooh, this is proper like sexy laboratory. On the sexiness scale, this is quite sexy, this laboratory. Oh, I like a sexy laboratory. Oh, they've got like tanks of goop and stuff. Oh, I love tanks of goop. Oh, what's sexier than a tank of goop? Right. Right. There is. Oh, ha. There's a fucking drone, robot, whatever you want to call it. We need to get that down. Whoa, so that it can't drug our marauders. Whoa! Fucking hell! Oh my god, you've got a moonman helmet! I am not joking. I genuinely thought I was being attacked by myself. For a minute there, I saw the moonman helmet and I was like, Willow? What's going on? Oh, hello. All right. I feel like I'm about to die. Oh, you've got a little mace thing. What was her name? The mace that I had, Lucy. I'm not sure. I like genuinely did a double take. I was like, what? Why is Tim Willow attacking me? I am Tim Willow. Slow time power. Oh my god. Fred, I need you to shout that at me during the battle. You probably did. I don't read the chat during battles. I need you to just telepathically put the thought in my head. That's what I need you to do at the moment that I actually need it. Slow down time power. Remember this, guys. Slow down time power. There we go. Right. And beware of people in Moonman helmets. Right, okay, so. Oh, look, I can see it bobbing about, the little Moonman helmet. I wonder if I could pick them off like one at a time. I mean, if I had a gun, I could do that. If I wasn't an idiot and decided to do a melee run. And, you know, not allow myself guns. There's the robot. Right. Pavati, I need you to do a boop. And you know what? I'm going to get Nyoka to do a boop as well. Your boop's sexier than Pavati's boop, Nyoka, I'll be honest. And it's still fucking alive. Well, alive but on fire. There we go, now it's dead. Okay. Oh, and there's another one. Of course there's another one. Of course there's another one. Absolute freaking bloody stupid. There we go. Okay. And I'll take care of you. You're just little. That's fine. You've got a friend, which is less fine. You've got a scary friend in a Moonman helmet. It's just a clone of Titwillow. Okay. Everything's done. You're being affected by N-ray damage. I do not enjoy N-ray damage. Me and N-ray damage don't get on. There he is. Hello! Hi! Oh my god, this is what people see when Titwillow is running towards them. It's absolutely terrifying. Right, okay. Where are my companions? Like, seriously, where are you? You're there. Is everybody dead? Everybody's dead. Okay. Alright. Everything's fine. And I didn't use the slow down time ability. Oh my god. I forgot about it the moment the fight started. I forgot that entire conversation was erased from my brain. Oh dear. Oh Christ, right, okay. Ooh. I thought there was a marauder in there, but it was a it was a lampshade. Shut up, easy mistake to make. Right, okay. There's a terminal. Oh, Christ. I do make myself. Sorry, I'm still laughing at me thinking Titwillow was being attacked by Titwillow. Oh, you know the Citadel DLC in Mass Effect 3 where Shepard has to fight Shepard? I honestly genuinely thought that's what was going on for a minute there. Right, okay. I run the SMC's Interdepartmental Systems and Serfdoms game. We host participants from every part of the Spacer's Choice family, technical support, human resources, and even here in the manufactory. We just reached the stunning conclusion that our last campaign, and I've submitted the necessary paperwork to begin a new one soon. Interested? A few spaces for adventuring spacers are still available. Not sure what systems and serfdoms is? Don't worry, we're beginner friendly, and I'll be happy to walk you through the character creation and more. SNS is about helping each other and having a good time. If you're not familiar with systems and serfdoms, fret not. Novice entry fees are minimal. Please note that I am required by corporate to submit a detailed report of our adventures for moral hygiene auditing. Please also note that any subversive character concepts will result in an immediate report. That's kind of cute. They've got a Dungeons and Dragons things going on. Sally, thank you for putting in the extra time to fix those terminals on the top floors, even though you're not a designated member of the technical support team. Your work saved me a reprimand on my permanent record. In fact, your work was so impressive that I thought you might appreciate having a few more tasks on your on your desk. We always say at work, never be competent. Because if you're competent, you'll get more work. We always say that. And you don't get, it's not like you get paid extra. Or you get paid the same as everybody else. So why do more work? I understand you've got your own work in the manufactory, but I think you'd benefit from the additional tasks. Remember, work fortifies the spirit. Okay. Right. So... right. So. Oh, there's red things. Oh, me and red things don't get on. Why is there never green things? There's never green things, is there? No, only red things. Only red things. But we're gonna sneak up on the red things because the red things. Oh, he's reading all the post-it notes. I too enjoy a post-it note, Mr. Marauder, or Mrs. Marauder. I think you're a Mrs. Marauder. Don't dodge my boop. How many times do we have to have this conversation? You do not dodge a woman's boop. Right, okay. Oh, adoring fan. That's an Oblivion reference. This game is full of so many references to other games. Christ almighty. How many more are we going to find? How many have I missed? How many have I missed from maybe like games that I haven't even played? What does the adoring fan look like? Is it just like a cap? What does it give me? Ooh, melee weapon skills plus 10. Once worn by a tossball fan who tried to support two opposing teams at the same match. If you look carefully, you might be able to find a few shards of real parietal bone embedded within the seams. Oh, it doesn't look quite as sexy. Actually, it looks a bit imperial, doesn't it? Like from Star Wars. I like my Moon Man helmet though. I mean, look at that. That's just sexy as shit. Oh, eh? Go. And I think I've got enough melee skill, to be honest. Magpie, check the chat before combat. I know, but I'll just forget. I'll like a second and a half will go by and I'll forget everything that I've read. You know, that's the reality of being Magpie. Like, it should be a recognised condition or something. Like, really, I think there should be a support group. I mean, there would only be me in there because it's just me. But you know, I need to form a Magpie support group, for what it's like to be Magpie, and then I'll just meet up with myself once a week and you know, talk about being Magpie with myself. Okay. Oh dear. Sorry, friends, making me giggle. Right. I sometimes annoy myself when I'm doing the live stream highlights because sometimes I'll just laugh and then I'll go, Fred was making me laugh in the chat, or Welsh Fred was making me laugh in the chat, right? But then I won't reference what it was that Fred or Welsh Fred or whoever said in the chat to make me laugh. And then and of course I can't remember it by that point. And then I'm like, for God's sake, past Magpie, you need to reference it, because now I'm curious as to what it was that Fred said that made you laugh. And I don't know, because I'm watching it like in the editing software. But then sometimes when I do it, I have a little chuckle because I know it's going to annoy myself in the future. And I kind of go, ha, future Magpie, I did that just to annoy you. Right, okay, so I feel like I'm extra mental today. Do we feel like I'm maybe extra mental today? I think it's possible. Right, okay, so ooh. Oh.
Isn't it weird if this thing kind of reminds me of the OSI building back in Edgewater? Like it's sort of holy?
It is pretty, though. In a maniacally wasteful way.
Oh my god, this is 100 out of 100 on the sexiness meter. The sexiness scale, the sexiness rating. This is the sexiest of all the sexinesses. Wow. That's so cool. That's so cool. Right. Okay. 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 Okay, so. Look at that. Oh, you can see the asteroid spinning outside. Oh, I love a big, like, observation dome where you can just see space. Oh, man. It's the coolest thing. How cool must it be to go into space? I really need them to invent, like, just, like, you know, accessible space travel that's, like, really safe. And you know, artificial gravity. I need them to invent artificial gravity. I think that would be brilliant. And then we can all just go and live in space and live on space stations. I think that would be the coolest thing in the world. Actually, one of the lore videos that I'm going to do on Mass Effect, which I've written a bit for, is about ESO and biotics. And if you dig into the lore on ESO, what ESO does is it helps you adjust the mass of particular objects, right? And there's like one tiny bit of the codex, and it's like a throwaway comment, that it's used to make artificial gravity, right? And I thought that was really cool, because that's like a logical explanation to a point of like how they make artificial gravity, because they can alter like the mass of things. And it's sort of like, I mean, they don't go into details of how they've used that to create artificial gravity, but they've sort of come up with an explanation for artificial gravity to a point. And I find that really cool, because in most sci-fi things, they just kind of go, oh yeah, we've got artificial gravity. Artificial gravity is a thing, we invented that. We invented artificial gravity. Don't ask any more questions of that, because nobody has come up with like a sort of plausible way to invent like proper artificial gravity. Like actual proper artificial gravity. Even Star Trek, they're really good at like coming up with scientific explanations for all of their technology. Even they are just like, oh yeah, we just invented artificial gravity. Just that's fine. Don't ask any questions about that. That's just accept artificial gravity is a thing. It's a thing we invented. We invented it. Don't ask how it works. It's fine. We just invented it. That's a thing. It exists. Don't question it. So you know. I thought that was quite cool. I was like, well done, Mass Effect. You actually came up with like a plausible explanation, vaguely, of why there might be artificial gravity. Oh, that's so cool. There was a little crawl space to go through to get into this room, despite the fact that the door is wide open and we don't need it. But okay. That is so cool. Oh my god, that's so cool. Service elevator to lobby. I'm suspicious that there's nothing trying to kill me in what is clearly a massive battle arena. It's making me very suspicious. That's synthetic insights. That's very sexy. What's the goop though? Is that Adrena type? The goop must be Adrena type, surely. Is there anything in here that I could whittle? No. I suppose we'll go and get Olivia's journal then. Okay. Oh, this is a very cool office. She's got her own bar. That's how you know she was important. Okay. Okay. Well. Oh, look how cool. And you can see the manor. Oh, man. Right. Well, let's just pick up this diary. I'm assuming absolutely nothing bad is going to happen. Well, should we look at the terminal first? Admin functions. There's no admin functions. Messages. Incoming messages. Okay, outgoing messages. Okay. Oh my god, really? That's a lot of friggin'... How many messages are on this terminal? Fuck me. I mean, that's only one. And then deleted messages. That's a lot of messages. That's... Do you know what? Let's just pick up the journal. It's fine. We'll pick up the journal. It's, nobody's following the story anyway. It's fine.
That's enough. Gorgon is mine. Go now, and I will not pursue you. But if you stay, I will sick every last lawless fucking mercenary in Halcyon on you. It's your choice, Captain.
Starting to hope I get to meet this jerk. Just so I can give him a good kick in the shins.
I'm getting sick of chasing shadows. You can't shoot shadows.
Okay. That's why there's a crawl space, because we need to escape. Like, you've told me to leave, and then you've shut all the doors. Like, what the fuck? Okay, should we have a look at some of the messages, then? Alert, strike, panic, lockdown, engage, please shelter in a place the workforce is pacified. While the workforce is pacified. Spacer's Choice apologises for any emotional disturbance or physical discomfort this traitorous employee action may have caused you. Executive councils will be on site. Blah, 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 blah. Right, okay. Messages. So, she deleted all of her incoming messages. So, if you're receiving this message, I'm currently unavailable. In my absence, I've instructed my secretary, blah, 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 blah. Okay. This might be all the messages that I've already read, like on other terminals. Great timing, I was just sending Herbie over to your department with preliminary production schedule. So much of the work we do at OCI. So blah, 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 blah. I feel like I've read these. Yeah, that's about the radio documentary. I think these are all the messages we've already read on other terminals. I think. Which would explain why there are so many of them. Oh, watercolour painting. That'd be the one Minnie drew for her. Oh. Okay. Well, we'll just pop out here. I'm sure everything will be fine. Everything will be fine. Nothing's going to attack me, is it? Why would anything attack me? Why would anything attack little old Titwillow? No, nothing's going to attack me. Everything's fine. Just going to go out here. Take a pleasant stroll. I'm going to go back to Minnie. That's what we're going to do. Everything is fine. It'd be hilarious if nothing attacks me, actually, because everybody's shouting slow down time power in the chat. Good. Everything dandy. There we go. See? Nothing's going to attack me. All is quiet. Oh, I forgot to loot you. Okay. I mean, there's some marauders, but there's always marauders. Possibly just jump over here and avoid the marauders. Just avoid the marauders. Just like avoid the marauders. I can't be bothered dealing with the marauders. Go over here and then we can fast travel. Get away from them. Head over in this direction. Everything's fine. I mean, there's more marauders there. Okay, can we fast travel from this point? No, we can't. Well, oh, fuck's sake, game. Really? Is there a point we can fast travel from? Can we fast travel from here? We can fast travel from here, right. Go back to the unreliable. There we go. Just have a little shimmy up here and we go and take the journal back to Minnie. Because that's what we were hired to do. And I'm sure that'll be the end of the quest. And everything will be fine and we never need to find out who the mysterious figure was. Everything will be dandy. I'm sure that's what's going to happen. I'm sure that's what's going to happen. Okay. Put my giant hammer away. Put my giant hammer away. What's the put hammer away button? Well, it's not that one. That's the put hammer away button. Oh, what's going on in here?
Definitely won that round.
You always seem to, huh?
That's because I'm usually right.
Next time I work the scorecard.
Okay.
Uh-oh. No, I'm fine.
You're alright now, okay? Okay, what's her name is still here. Hello, receptionist Kelly. Right, okay.
Captain?
Ellie. Right. Go and give the journal back to Minnie.
We are receiving an incoming signal, Captain.
Captain, I see you've made some headway on Gorgon. Mother's old work terminal just lit up with a bunch of new protocols. Very exciting. What about Mother's journal? Any progress there?
I think it's time you told me the truth, Minnie. I've got the journal. I assume you have my payment ready. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah. I think it's time you tell me the truth, Minnie.
Are you accusing me of deception? Captain, I would never. Can you hear me, Captain? I'm getting some interference on my end. Captain. Captain!
Okay. Right. There we go.
Hello again, little weasel. I must admit, you've surprised me. I threw nearly everything I had at you. And you overcame it all.
Okay. So this is Olivia Ambrose, who is Minnie's mother. I mean, I think most people would have figured that out quite early on. But you know, yeah. So you're the one who put the Gorgon facility on lockdown.
Well spotted, Captain. We both played our roles well, but it seems you've got the edge. I may have gravely underestimated you. You were smart to hire her, Wilhelmina. Well done.
Mother, you're alive! And still on Gorgon?
Okay, you told me she was dead. I think she thought she was dead. Shall I log off and let you two get reacquainted? Yeah, she's been a thorn in my side ever since I got to listen quietly. We'll just listen quietly.
This is so you, Mother. Inserting yourself where you aren't needed and at the worst possible time.
Am I disrupting your vanity project? You empty-headed little twit.
Oh, okay. This is the grand mother-daughter reunion, isn't it?
Have you come back just to ruin everything again, Mother? At least this time I have the power to stop you.
Captain, this is a distraction. Let's set our differences aside and focus on what matters. Adrena time must never be revived.
Okay, I agree. Adrena time created marauders, revive the project, what's going on? You've been trying to kill me since I got to Gorgon, now you want my help. I was hired to retrieve a journal. This fight between you two. Gorgon belongs to Spacer's choice. Okay. You don't get to say what happens. Yes, revive the project. What are you talking about?
I may not have told you all of the facts, but I'm going to lay out everything I know. You can decide for yourself what to do with it. By now, you realize that Project Gorgon was devoted to a single drug, Adrena time. A drug that hit the market in spite of calamitous side effects.
Okay, go on.
The project was a colossal failure, but you and I are going to revive it from the ashes.
I mean, we are not, love. We are absolutely not. Okay, after everything I've seen, absolutely not. Yes, let's have more of the drug that turns people into rage killers. Great plan. Are we? How? I don't know about this mini. And game, where do we stop? Okay, yes, let's make more of a drug that turns people into rage killers.
Adrena time was a lie. Our drug will fulfill its broken promise for workers and employers across the colony. Mother wasn't equal to the task. Thankfully for us both, I'm not my mother.
Okay. After everything I've seen, absolutely not.
What you've seen is the result of Mother's leadership. I have no intention of repeating her mistakes. Mother's journal contains the activation codes for the adrenatime synthesizer, the key to a new Project Gorgon. We're going to start again, and this time with everything Project Gorgon didn't have. Better R&D, better scientists, clear goals, more funding, and a timeline that makes sense.
Frown thoughtfully. No, who's gonna provide it? Do you think that's all it will take? Like, I mean, even if you could make a reliable adrenatime, I don't think I want to make a drug that makes people sleep less so that they can work more. Like, that's just not an ethical thing to do. Even if you could make it and it worked perfectly and it made people, be able to survive on like 4 hours sleep a week or something like that and give them loads of energy so that they could work all the time. Like, that's just not a thing I want to do to people. Like, why would I ever want to do that? Yeah, who's gonna provide it?
Who else? Spacer's choice. After I showed them the error of their ways, the corporation couldn't wait to restart the project. If I can improve the chemistry, I can fix adrenatime. We can put this colony back on track together.
That's completely insane. You lied to me, you idiotic sociopath. Why would I help you? Oh, Minnie! You were gonna be my future wife! And you were, like, probably gonna be my favourite one. I mean, you were certainly gonna be in the top 3. Like, absolutely 100%. I mean... Christ, woman. Okay. Olivia, what's your story? You're gonna need help, a lot of it. Okay, Olivia, what's your story?
Finally, a sensible question. I am the head of Project Gorgon, its grand mastermind. I created adrenatime because I believed, arrogantly, foolishly, that I could uplift the common man through chemistry. I failed. Now, my daughter wants to take up my mantle.
Okay, not on my watch. We have to stop her. Do you think she can? You lied to me, you idiot. I'm not gonna help you now. Okay, do you think she can?
Don't be absurd. Minnie is a bright enough girl, but she's weak, flighty. She'd abandon the project at the first minor setback. My work has already destroyed countless lives. We can't let her do so again out of pride and sentiment.
What about my life, Mother? The Ambrose name has no dignity anymore. I can't even show my face around Byzantium without being the gossip of the town.
Oh yes, that's absolutely the most important thing in this situation, isn't it? You've got to be fucking kidding me.
It's no laughing matter, Captain. What good can I do if I have no influence? How can I fix society if I can't even take out a loan?
Well, don't try and fix society then.
Every day, workers slump over from exhaustion. The gears of industry swallow them whole, and no one is coming to help. Adrenatime is the break we can't fit into the schedule. The office with a window we can't afford to build. It's the best this rotten colony can do for people.
Or you could, like, I don't know, invent unions or something, or like advocate for worker rights or something like that. Like, however, it's difficult because, like, the storyline of the Outer Worlds, which you probably haven't picked up on during this live stream, but it's that there were 2 colony ships sent out, right? So there was the Groundbreaker that had all of the initial colonists on who were going to, like, set up the infrastructure of the colony. And then 10 years later, the Hope was scheduled to arrive, right? With all of, like, the talent, like the scientists and the engineers and people like that, and, like, the workers who were actually going to populate the place and make the place work, you know. But the Hope got delayed and it ended up arriving 25 years late. And the crew had been in cryostasis for so long that there was no way to safely revive them. So I was the one that Phineas managed to revive. But, like, he tried to revive a lot, I think, who had died. So I'm the only, like, actual member of the Hope colonists to actually be wandering around, right? So because there's no, or at least the board doesn't think there's any way to safely revive all of these Hope colonists on the Hope in cryostasis, they've just kind of left them alone. So the colony doesn't have all of the workers and like the engineers and the scientists and all the brilliant minds that it was supposed to have to let it thrive, which is why it's failing and why it's struggling so much. Which is one of the reasons why they're like pushing people to work more and more and more and more and more, because they just don't have the workers to make the place function. But I don't think forcing people to work more and more and more is really the answer. Like, maybe pulling back a little bit would be, you know, helpful. More so than piling them full of drugs.
It's a bandage, not a cure. Halcyon is wounded, and I will do everything in my power to stop the bleeding.
Don't let those bloodless leeches at Spacer's Choice walk you down this perilous path, Wilhelmina. You haven't the fortitude to endure it.
As usual, Mother projects her failures onto me. If she had let me get involved from the start, we might have avoided this calamity altogether.
Okay, do you even understand the challenges you'll face? Are you just trying to prove yourself to your mother? What would you have done that she didn't? Why didn't you give Minnie a chance? Can I just go back to being a freelancer, one who doesn't care? Okay. Right, what would you have done that she didn't?
I'd have trusted my team rather than sabotage their efforts. And I wouldn't have stolen their glory when they were on the verge of success.
You don't know what you're talking about. I did everything to support my team. It was Spacer's Choice who betrayed them. But you're nothing more than an empty-headed little social climber. Of course you can't understand.
You see what I mean? Mother is afraid of being outdone by her empty-headed daughter, and she'll do anything to stop me. If I can save the colony and redeem the Ambrose family name, I owe it to myself to try. Mother be damned.
Yeah, but what if you can't? What if you just make worse marauders? Okay. Adrenatime is just a stimulant. What good do you think it'll do?
With Adrenatime, we can increase worker productivity orders of magnitude above ordinary stims and risk none of the harmful side effects. Imagine if we flooded the market with drugs that actually helped people. We could influence the very business model of Spacer's Choice.
Halcyon's problem is cruelty, not productivity. I mean, that is probably true.
We won't be exploiting workers any longer. We'll be celebrating them, giving them everything they need to succeed.
No, this is madness. The project, the complex, it has to be destroyed, razed to the ground. It's the only way.
Everything I saw in Gorgon, I agree. If Gorgon was doing good work, it could still help the colony. The project was chaos, it doesn't deserve a chance, a second chance. Okay, can you two sort out your differences and work together?
We already had our chance. Mother chose to bury the project and drag our family down with it. I won't allow her to make that mistake twice.
In rehabilitating Adrenatime, she would poison Halcyon. No, we are well past the point of compromise. The facility must be destroyed.
I need that facility online, but I can't do it while Mother's still a problem. By now, she'll have shut down the Gorgon reactor. Deal with her however it suits you, and get that facility back up and running.
Don't do this, Wilhelmina. Minnie, don't make this choice.
Adrenatime is our future. It's bigger than money, bigger than family. It's the colony's best hope.
No, it's not. Okay, what would you have me do instead, Olivia?
Return to my family's manor, Captain. Use the executive override code in my journal to activate the NDA protocol for my terminal. It will destroy the Gorgon drug synthesizer and put an end to Adrenatime for good.
Ooh, Minnie would never allow that, that is true.
My daughter's gotten her hooks into you. I understand. She's always had a knack for manipulating people. But I know you're more than her foolish little puppet. You've survived this long. You have to be more. She will try to force you to fight her, You don't have to. In fact, I would ask you not to. Whatever mistakes she might make, she is still my daughter.
Captain, in light of recent events, I'm putting the manor under lockdown. Until Mother is dealt with, anyone who lands here is presumed hostile. Finish the job. I know you won't disappoint me.
Okay, I'll be in touch, leave conversation. I'm not working for you now, Minnie. I don't owe either of you anything. What I do next I'm doing for my own reasons. Good transmission, we'll see. Wink and make a finger gun at the screen. Get ready to be surprised. Okay. I feel like that's quite a typical thing to do, to be fair. Okay. Optional, restore power to the Adrena time synthesizer. Optional, activate the NDA protocol. Well, this feels like a good place to end things, doesn't it? Because we are nearly at the 4-hour mark. Yeah, so this is all a bit exciting. That's Ambrose Manor there, so we need to make a choice. We need to either destroy the synthesizer or restart the synthesizer. And I'm not going to tell you what my choice is going to be, because then we'd leave it on a dramatic cliffhanger, and that's an exciting thing to do, right? It's exciting to leave it on a dramatic cliffhanger. But what I am going to do is I'm going to go and watch the Wimbledon final, probably, and I'm going to leave you on this tantalising, oh, look how pretty that is. Oh, that's so pretty. Oh, how weird, man. Do you think space is really this pretty? I often wonder, you know, when you're playing space games and they always make it so pretty, like it's all colourful with nebulas and things like that. Like, would it really be like that? Probably not. It'd probably just be like black with lots of stars. Anyway, yeah, so next week the live stream should be back to the normal time, so Saturday at 3:30 GMT. Hopefully, and if that changes, I will let you know. But yeah, until then, I shall leave you with this beautiful view of Gorgon, because it's very, very pretty. And next time, we'll probably wrap the DLC up. I know there's some of the side quests we haven't done yet. I don't know whether we'll be able to go back and do them after we've completed it. We should be able to. Whether we'll actually bother or not, I don't know. We might not. Anyway, point is, next time, yeah, we'll probably wrap up the Parallel Gorgon DLC. But until then, my lovelies, I shall say farewell to you.